trust Joe Murray. First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a Hooters.
98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. Got you for another night show right here on the Sports Hub. You can call in, everybody, because, well, we love your calls. Of course, last night we did do 5 calls, says it all. And we did get 5 calls, and I believe it was on old man cameos in movies, which I don't even know if you can go back and listen to that show. It's been somewhat erased, and I don't know why. But anyways, you can't erase me tonight. I am here. And the phone number is 617-779-0985. You can also join us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and boom, you'll see me right there. And we already have our friends in there. Wow, we got 60 people already watching. So let's get that up a little bit. But we have Jack Warren is in there. Never seen him before. Hello, Warren. Ryan, we have in there. Seaside is in there. We got another Jack in there. We got a Gonzo in there. Hello, Gonzo. How are you? And Igor as well. So just a couple of people already in there hanging out. And all you got to do is just go to YouTube. Search 98.5 The Sports Hub. Boom. You'll see me right there. And then why don't you create a login, and then you can chat into the show. I am in there. I'm just sitting here. That's my name if you go and if you see me chirping back at you, because some people, that's what it was. People are wondering about Dobby. Where is Dobby tonight? Dobby might be here later. If you don't know who Dobby is, well, maybe you'll find out in just a little bit. But a lot to get into. The Red Sox back in action tonight. Their long road winning streak snapped last night. The Patriots play tomorrow in full pads. And what I mean by play, practice. Full pads. I love that day. All the guys who look so great at camp. And then once you put the helmet and the old pads on and they take a big hit, things are different when you put on the old pad ski. So we'll get into that, to some more stuff there regarding Christian Gonzalez today. And, Josh McDaniels. There's an article on Josh McDaniels that we'll take a dive into today. I know that's always a great talking point here on the night show. But there's some NBA stuff. There's a big contract that just happened in the NHL, which may look like the Bruins contracts aren't so bad after all. All that and more right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, 617-779-0985. And I want to continue the baseball conversation after the baseball hour. The Red Sox had a 10-game winning streak snapped last night. Jake Bennett was good. He was down 1-0. He had a strikeout from ABS overturned, which the runner got on base, and then they gave up a 2-run homer. It was just the 5th homer that Bennett had allowed all season. So their pitching's been great. Their relief pitching has been great. And coming into the night, Bennett was awesome. He was 5-1 with a 1.64 ERA his previous 7 starts. So this wasn't a step back. I wouldn't say any of that. The offense didn't do anything. It was still a quality start. But he allowed 3 runs over 6 1/3, and you would take that every single outing for a guy like him. The other night, Peyton Tolley, right? The Red Sox are managing Tolley, and they're managing Bennett's workload now down the stretch. 105 innings between AAA and the majors. Bennett is already at his career high. He logged 117 innings his final college season back in 2022 at Oklahoma. So something to keep your eye on as the trade deadline approaches. There'll be guys that are released. I saw that Manoah was released today. I don't know if they'll take a gander at him. But they got to worry about both of these guys' workloads. And it's just funny, back-to-back games, the thing that got both of those pitchers was home runs. And the Connolly Early, who was traded, he had a little home run spell before he went on the disabled list as well. But great pitching performances by both guys. But the bats last night were sleepy, or they fell asleep. Lefty Gage Jump was very good against that Sox lineup. 6 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts. But then they took him out of the game, and that's when the Red Sox bats came alive. In the 8th inning, Ceddanne Rafaela had a chance into another role where he could take the lead, tie the game, whatever, but struck out. I will mention that a couple of bats before that, Wilyer Brayu had a walk. The ABS challenged it. He got another chance and had an RBI single. But that Ceddanne at bat was somewhat the theme of the night. When the Red Sox struggle, it's generally because of strikeouts, too many strikeouts, or players struggling or not producing with runners in scoring position. And it happened last night. There were double play balls. There were a lot of things that happened in the game. But they did show that if they struggle against a starter, they can go after the reliever. I mean, last night, of all the people who actually kept them in the game, Connor Wong went deep, who doesn't hit home runs ever. They lost 4-3, and in the final at bat of the game, Siegler, warning track power, it wasn't enough, but at least he tried there, got a little interesting at the end. So although it was a step back, I wouldn't call it a setback. Bennett was great. Their hitting, again, wasn't the best when it came with runners in scoring position. They tried to manufacture runs. They did have someone picked off after a bunt. Not cool. So there's still little things that the team hurts itself with, but when you play these type of opponents, generally you should be better than that. But I'm not going to bring up a morale issue, right? When Meade went down, Curtis Meade, of course, the news before the game last night, fractured, broken wrist, whatever you want to call it. He's going to be out now. It's reported today by Mass Live, 6 to 8 weeks. He's done. See you later, big boy. See ya. He's out. I'm sure he said he'll come back, but come on, 6 to 8 weeks. And we were told that other guys that had this type of injury, Jonathan Aranda had one, they're probably out. I hope they stay aggressive. And I hope last night wasn't like a morale issue for the team losing their guy and why they struggled to hit the baseball or why they struggled with runners in scoring position or why they struggled on base. So I'm not giving that morale thing anything. But they do have a tendency, even with this winning streak, where they can be stymied. Now, Dylan Cease had one of the best games over the weekend of the season and shut down that Red Sox offense. But last night, they had their chances. They still lost by 1 run. They need a bat. They need a middle-of-the-lineup bat. It's time for Craig Breslow and the Red Sox to get uncomfortable. You might have already been uncomfortable trading Connolly early for a bat. Now you got to get real uncomfortable. And there's names out there, and we'll tell you the names coming up in just a little bit. But the Yankees need help. Without Aaron Judge, what are they? The Rays should be competitive. What's going to happen with Tariq Skubal at this point? So, there's a lot on the line here. It's okay to get uncomfortable. The American League is wide open. And as I say night after night, and I've been saying it the last few nights, why not the Red Sox? Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable and make a big splash, especially with the bat. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985.
Otto Lopez, Liam Hicks combo. You can kill two birds with one stone. And, they've been looking for offense wherever they can get it. And behind the dish is certainly a position that you can add offense. And Liam Hicks will be able to do that for you. Obviously at shortstop. I think a lot of fans have moved on from both Story and Meyer, and it would be nice to have some sort of, I don't want to say franchise player, but like an all-star, a standout actually at shortstop. And I think Otto Lopez does that for you. If that's not something that they can get done, then I've been saying all along, let's call the Rockies, have the Hunter Goodman conversation, because that's a guy that I think he transforms this lineup. He's young. He's a star. He's an all-star. He's consistent. He hits away from Coors Field. So if you're one of those people that thinks he only hits in elevation, you're wrong. He actually hits better on the road. He's someone that, that's a guy you add to this lineup. And let's just say Roman Anthony's not a part of that trade. You have a Hunter Goodman, and then Roman Anthony gets healthy, and what he can do from an offensive standpoint, you transform your offense. That's quite the lineup that you'd be able to roll out there.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. I have no clue what day it is anymore at all. But that was the trade deadline's a month from today. Oh, the lineup is out for tonight as well. Why don't I give you that before we get into some of the notes here tonight? But looks like they're going Jahmai Jones again in the left field leading off. Ceddanne Rafaela back in the 2 spot. I like that. Wilyer Abreu at 3. Wilson Contreras at 4. Caleb Durbin's in the 5 hole tonight. Romy Gonzalez is your DH tonight. Andrew Monasterio's at short. Nick Sogard, who was called up for Curtis Mead from Sacramento, by the way, at second base. Then Connor Wong back behind the plate, and Patrick Sandoval on the mound for the Red Sox tonight. There's your lineup. I'll give you some bets in just a little bit. Mentioned last night they had their road 10-game winning streak snack. Jake Bennett had a great night, but the bats went silent. And speaking of the bats, they need hitting help. We know it now. Craig Breslow is looking for another bat, and was looking for another bat even before the Curtis Mead trade, and even before he got hurt. So where can the Red Sox use help? I still think middle infield, both positions, is wide open for the taking. They could probably use a DH, but it might take away from Yoshida or somebody like that. I think they need pitching. I think pitching will be easier for them to identify. I shouldn't say easier to get, but it's easier for them to identify pitching. Maybe they find a guy they think could work in their system or that they can fix or whatever. You can never have enough pitching, right? And you just traded one of them away. But Breslow, could he be looking for more pop at catcher? I mean, right now we know about Abrams and Pena and all these guys, and it sounds like Pena's and Houston's already turned it down. And I'll give you a couple other names coming up in a bit, but the Sox offense has been better, but it needs help. The Mead injury, right? It hurts. It stinks. They still have mistakes. They make a lot of mistakes. Missed bunts, stolen base chances. Last night you get the bunt and picked off. I already mentioned that. They got unlucky with the ABS calls last night. I mentioned that it helped Wilyer Abreu against a lefty, I should mention. Connor Wong went deep. Siegler at the end of the game there. They had their chance. They left guys on base. They needed another bat for a boost. But I wanted to give you these numbers for the Red Sox offense over the last 28 games. They're 23-5 over the last 28. They have the number one pitching staff in baseball with a 2.85 ERA. So we know that. That's been great. It's outstanding. But their offensive averages, as great as they've been for 28 games, they're batting .243 at 17th in the league. Their slugging percentage is 16th at .414. Their OPS is .735 at 14. They have 33 home runs, tied for 15th. Yes, they're winning games and they're on an incredible run, but their hitting is still half what the league averages are. So they need a bat. Yeah, they keep winning games. They're manufacturing runs. They're sacrificing. They're doing all sorts of things. Imagine if they could do it. They have somebody in the lineup that can be better than that. So there are more trades that are out there. I saw today Ken Rosenthal had a bunch of things on it. And just to give you another name, the name that I brought up yesterday that is now really getting some traction is Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez right now, these are league averages. His .328 batting average, first, best in baseball. His 136 hits, first in baseball. His OPS is 20th in all of baseball. His strikeout rate, 13.8, 15th in baseball. He has 22 stolen bases, so not only can he do it with the bat, he can run the bases. He can be lethal there and help them out. He has 7 defensive runs saved this year. It is tied for third among all shortstops in Major League Baseball. He's got great splits. Against lefties, he's batting .388. It's number 1 in Major League Baseball. His .962 OPS, 13th. Against righties, he's batting .309, 11th in the league. His OPS, 821, 53rd. He's a player, and he's having a great season, and he's finally figured it out. And he has term, but he's also a guy like Meade that has had multiple opportunities, but finally came through this year. I just feel like you can give up a little bit less for a guy like him with team control that you can put at shortstop and instantly make an impact to your lineup. Now, it might not be power, but he can do that. Right? But it's the hits. That's what you want. And they've been trying to move Ceddanne Rafaela to the 5 spot to let him do more on the bases, but they need him to be the RBI guy. Adding Lopez will allow that to happen. Will allow Ceddanne Rafaela to go down further in the lineup. The reason why me personally, I'm identifying the Marlins is because I think you can get a pitcher with them. Now, they've been in on Sandy Alcantara in the past. I don't know if they'd bring in that money, but there are other acquisitions or players that they could bring in from the Marlins. What about their catcher? Something to that degree. The other thing when it comes to Craig Breslow, he makes trades with the guys that he knows. There's a report about Herrera when it comes to the Cardinals. Chaim Bloom with the Cardinals, a catcher who could be a DH at some point. He's such a good hitter. They also have some other catchers in their system. But since you have such the great relationship, why not make that move? I like this kid Otto Lopez. I don't know what he'll be long term. I think the question is, would you move on from Marcelo Meyer for Otto Lopez? I don't love the idea, but I think it's good for Marcelo Meyer. If he could play in Miami and play every single day, I think he would finally reach the potential that he has. But I don't want to give up a big time. I don't want to give a big time prospect for a guy that you're not really sure about long term. 617-779-0985. I know the guys are sending me some things in Slack right now, so I'm trying to catch up. Trying to catch up with everything I've missed over the last few hours here. But we're here all night long. I want to get into some football stuff here on the other side as well, because there is a lot of things that we can get into when it comes to the Patriots tonight. But with the Red Sox, what do you want to see them do? They need a bat. Get uncomfortable. The Francisco Lindor thing, immediately when you look at the contract, you're going to say no. Nope. Out. Nope. I don't like the money either. I don't like it either. But the Yankees are going to make a move, right? You know they're going to be on Rafael Devers. What's going to be the Red Sox counteracting move? I think Francisco Lindor is on the table. Now, Bowden today, I think, reported that the Red Sox are not in on it. I love a good source war. Source war. Lindor is a game changer. Not really working out with the Mets. Him and Soto have a bad relationship. Man, he'd be star power, though. And it'd be them getting uncomfortable. And really, it just comes down to money. Do you want to spend the money? We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. Again, the lineup is out tonight. Jahmai Jones in left field. Romy Gonzalez, the DH. Nick Sogard is your second baseman tonight with Patrick Sandoval on the mound. One note that I wanted to bring up is the Red Sox starting pitchers have gone over their strikeout number the last 3 nights. Give me Patrick Sandoval over 4.5 strikeouts tonight. That is your Bally's pick of the night. Brought to you by Bally's Lincoln. My pick for every night. Bally's, 4,000 slots, over 100 table games, concerts, dining, and more. They got a hotel and spa, too. You don't want to miss that. Visit Bally'sLincoln.com. Follow at Bally's Lincoln on Instagram. Must be 18 or older. Gambling problem, call 877-9-GAMBLE. We'll take a quick break. And there's a player available that wants a trade. And the Patriots are interested. We'll tell you who that is coming up next. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Red Sox in action tonight against... of Nesson's Boston's entered the chat. Will join us in studio every day, 4 o'clock. You can see myself on television, Nesson, with a cast of characters. He's one of them. And then I fly over to here and I do the night show beginning at 7 o'clock. It's fun, and you should go check it out. And I usually test all my takes there, and then I bring them here. Speaking of that, before we get into the Pat stuff, James Stewart checking in. I don't know if it's his phone or not, but he wants to speculate that Jarren Duran is not in the lineup tonight because they're going to trade him. Now, I don't have the sniffer out. I normally would bring the sniffer out.
Why not, Joe?
I just think he's too important to the team right now.
Jarren Duran is.
Jarren Duran has the most RBI in the month of July. Most RBI during this, actually leads the team, right? Now, would I trade him? Absolutely. But why are they sitting him tonight?
Because he bats under 200 and should be benched more regularly would be my perspective, Joe.
The Jemai the second will be leading off tonight. Of course, our very own Jemai.
A more expensive Jemai.
Yeah, I wonder how he'd appreciate that. Jemai Webster, of course, is who we are referencing as our good friend. Nick Sogard in the lineup. Did you know he was from Sacramento?
Nick Sogard from Sacramento. Oh, good for him, Joe.
I did not know that until Keagan told me. So that's how I know about that. Also, Skaz, Curtis Meade not expected to have surgery.
Not expected to. That could always change, though.
Not highlighted.
Yeah, not expected to.
Expected to have surgery.
They dodged a bullet, though, Joe. You know,
maybe dodged a bullet. Maybe. Timetable 6 to 8 weeks. That's
maybe.
So 6 weeks is September 9th.
Over.
Okay, so 8 weeks.
Over.
September 23rd.
Yeah, give me what's opening day next year. I'll take that.
Who's more likely to come back, Curtis Meade or our buddy Oviedo? Johan Oviedo.
I don't even know what he looks like, Joe. Give me Meade, I guess.
So that was one that when it happened, you said we're never going to see him again.
I'm not, often right, Joe, but something about Johan Oviedo, I just said, we're not seeing him this year, and we haven't.
6-8 weeks, he's out. See you later, big boy. Done.
I think Carabas said 6 to 8 weeks for the Red Sox is 6 to 8 months usually, or something to that effect.
Did we really get into it? I know I was kind of we were hammering the machine last night in Sacramento at their fake ballpark.
Yeah.
But I think we missed this one. Chad Tracy went along with it. Like Chad Tracy, he is inexperienced. I'm going to give him a pass for this one.
Yeah, I don't really blame him on this one.
I'm going to give him a pass. But I do wish that he actually said, hey, man, we're not really sure. We're not going to give you a timetable. He's going to go back to Boston, and we'll keep you posted. But you said it, Skaz. They love to lead the league in victory laps. So they want to tell you everything's just fine all the time.
A very premature organization over there.
And we have a laundry list now.
That's a CVS receipt.
Roman, Crochet. Even Trevor Story, nobody likes, had to get a third opinion. We know Caleb Durbin had to go meet our buddy in Waltham down the street near Carl's. I wonder if he got a steak. He's little, so I don't know if he could take a Carl's steak and cheese down there, but
that's a week's worth of meals right there.
It is, that's right. Protein. So I want to blame the Red Sox. And you know what's so funny about this? John Henry even said in the news, in the media, I don't want to say anything because it can be misconstrued. And then Tom Warner comes out and says, yeah, man, there were other guys we didn't sign, and Caleb Durbin's doing great. It's like, bro, shut up.
And he also said Roman. Oh, no, that was Kennedy.
That was the other guy.
Yeah, my bad. It's tough. You get them mixed up, Joe. All the morons over there that can't shut up.
This is why I wish that Tracy was like, hey, man, I'm new to this. I don't know yet. Joe,
I think some people, even at this very station, could take a beat from just saying sometimes, I don't know. I actually don't have a take on that because I'm not very informed. But no, we don't get that too often. No, we give a take even if we know or not. I told you, I could sometimes give you an opinion just based off the title of the article. It's okay to say I don't know. It's okay.
You're right. Oh, is that what the title says? I got an opinion on that, even though I didn't read the article whatsoever. I'm not admitting that. Just letting you know I have the capabilities of doing that. Speaking of capabilities, Skaz, do you know who Vita Vea is?
Of course.
He's a very large man.
Very large.
He won a championship with the Bucks. Big part of their defense. They keep talking about this pass rush that they might need some help with, What are your thoughts on moving Milton Williams? Not moving him. Just sliding him down. So instead of going head up on a guard, you have him just go slightly on the shoulder of the tackle.
Joe, if you're asking if I want Vita Vea and Milton Williams on the same defensive line, my answer is yeah, obviously.
With Christian Barmore, by the way.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Okay. Good answer, Skaz, because that's where I'm going with this one.
I also want Vita Vea because I need to hear Street Team Joe try and pronounce his name. That's what I need.
Well, did you know? Vita Vea, for those that don't know, Vita Vea ranks 19th among defensive tackles at $17.7 million per year. He's entering the final year of a 4-year deal he signed back in 22. He's 31. Of the 18 defensive tackles making more than him right now, only 4 are older. So should the Patriots pursue Vita Vea? Yes. He's a nose tackle. He's not an edge. He gets after the quarterback, and he does it well. 4.5 sacks last year. 16 solo tackles for the Bucs. His defensive grade of 72.8 of 100 on Pro Football Fantasy Focus or Football Focus, 20th amongst defensive linemen. Look at these stats from last year. 241 double teams faced, second in the NFL. 14 pressures after double teams, 6. 40 total pressures, 9th among defensive tackles in the league. Now, this is being reported by Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. He published a report saying there are 5 potential fits for Vita Vea. If he's traded, the Patriots are among on the list. His list was constructed of a quick canvas of the league and exchanging a few texts with executives who typically have the pulse of such things. Here's what he had to say. The Patriots are a fit due to their 3-4 defensive front and considerable cap space, as they have nearly $35 million remaining. Above all else, the Patriots truly need an edge rusher, but there aren't ready-made solutions available at that spot. So, the next best thing would be to locate a disruptor inside to pair with Milton Williams. I like it. Oh, the double teams, the blitzes they could come up with. There's a lot there. I am in on the potential of Vita Vea. Should they pursue? Yes. Now, I don't know what they would do as far as the contract goes. They could just make the trade, play him, have him play it out. And if they have a great year, he'll make some big money in free agency. They need an edge rusher. We know that. They ranked 26th in total sacks last year with 35. They were 20th in sack percentage a year ago. Edge rusher is a premium position. The Patriots are one injury away from being an incredible fit at that area. We know Harold Landry's been out. Gabe Yakis isn't even playing yet. He's on the NFI. I mean, there are free agents out there. You want Jadeveon Clowney here? This could help bolster their pass rush ahead of the season. Vita Vea, the Bucs defensive tackle who requested a trade in the final year of his contract, currently underpaid when compared to other top nose guards in the league. A Williams-Vea duo in the middle of the Patriots' front seven, scary. Add Christian Barmore to that mix, it's impressive. Vea doesn't come off the edge. He draws double teams, that's what he does, and he wreaks havoc at doing it in the middle of the line. But it will make things easier for edge rushers that you put out there. So if you like Christian Ponder, it makes it easier. Here's the other thing. I mentioned Williams playing a little bit further outside. What if you got Vea Williams, Barmore is your third? He's still getting paid, Barmore, whatever they want. My point is, they're deep. They loved Kyrie's Tonga. They had a deal in place with Tonga at the playoffs, and he turned it down. They let him go. There are other options at defensive tackle. Durden? Like, they're all Jags. Joseph? Jag. You get one of the best defensive linemen at 31 who's won a championship, who knows how to fill double teams. The Patriots will be able to scheme. Not to mention, this helps Zach Core as well, right? Who's now the defensive coordinator full-time. They can get creative. Real creative. And I don't know, that guy Christian Gonzalez back there, he's pretty good, right? That guy? It's going to help your secondary as well. You have the guy who led the league in interceptions at safety. I love this move. And it's not because I'm a fat guy who loves other fat guys. Vita Vea is a player. The guy's a stud. He's a stump. That's what he is. I don't know what it would take. Would it be a second and a fifth? I don't know how they do that one.
Well, Joe, just to that point, what is Vita Vea's trade value? This from the Pewter Report, which is I would say, an in-depth look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would say this is as in-depth as you could get by Josh Quapo, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He compares it to the Dexter Lawrence deal and how that was looked at. Obviously, the 10th overall pick for Dexter Lawrence there was the trade from the Giants. He's 2.5 years younger than Vita Vea. Vita Vea is 31. He goes into all these numbers and production and all that. He basically comes out with the equivalent of Vita Vea is the 78th pick in the draft. He thinks the Bucs, to get a fair offer, will be a third-round pick.
Done.
For Vita Vea. Would you trade a third-round pick for Vita Vea? Because I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a third and a sixth. I don't think it's going to be any higher than that. I think people are going to be surprised.
I wouldn't even restructure the deal.
Would you give him a bump?
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah, and it will save you on the cap long term. He's making $18 million, 17.7. Why don't you just guarantee half of it? Right? Just guarantee half of it. I think you'd like that. Patriots need more players who can rush the quarterback. Vea does it at a high level. Don't tell me the price is too high. Didn't you give up a first-round pick, by the way, in 2028? Right? 2028? The Patriots should consider this potential move.
I mean, for an organization that traded a second-round pick for Mohamed Sanu, I think you could give up a third for Vita Vea.
Yes. Now, who wants him? And why would... I mean, if the Bucs give him up, right? I'm going to look at the Bucs real quick. Our lads Bucs.
Apparently, they're very deep at the defensive line.
All right. Well, I mean, he asked for a trade. Why would he want out? He's been there forever. Yeah, Vita Vea, they drafted that kid, DeMonte Capehart. They have Elijah Simmons that they got, Jason Jones. And, yeah, looks like they got some depth here. Looks like they got some depth. Third round pick? Done. Consider it done for a third round pick. I just think he can rush the passer. Somebody in our chat right now says the Bucs owe us. We let them have Brady. Give us Vita Vea. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Oh, they got Gronk too. Remember that?
They did give us Tim Wright, though, Joe. You can't forget
Remember
that.
him?
Oh, yeah. Legend.
Couple of touchdowns.
Couple of those the only catches he had.
Tim Wright. Who else did they... can't remember. I'll never forget this, but Ted Johnson always shares the story with me about how...
LeGarrette Blount, former Buccaneer.
That's true. Ted Johnson shares the story about how in 97, they all went out the night before, and that it was the All-Star Warwick Dunn game where they ran all over them. What night was that? I got to look that one up. Patriots. I don't know if you remember that Patriots All-Star Warwick Dunn game. When was that? It was September 3rd, 2000, Skaz. Why did I know this? Was Tom Tupa on the team? I don't know.
Tom Tupa did play for the Bucs, Joe.
There we go.
That was 2002, though.
Mike Allstar, 54 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns that day. A crucial 3-yard touchdown on third down in the third quarter. And then Warwick Dunn, 16 for 56 that night. They outrushed the Patriots that day, 140-88. Drew Bledsoe did throw a fourth quarter touchdown pass to Terry Glenn, while Troy Brown provided a 66-yard punt return touchdown. But in the end, Mike Allstott, too much in the game for the Patriots. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. I don't know what's been going on with me. I've been going back to that Tom Tupa era a lot lately.
You can't escape Tom Tupa, Joe. We did an hour on him the other night.
The Toop. All right, who do we got? We got John in Tampa. John, what's up, bud?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, listen, I just wanted to say Vita Vea is a beast, man. He's kind of like a mini Vince Wilfork, so I'd be all up for it. I live in Tampa now, but I'm all Patriots when it comes to that. So, yeah, I don't know why the Bucs would let him go. I actually would be surprised if they do. So anyway, I'll hang up and listen to what you have to say.
Yeah, why would they want to give the Patriots a top player? Maybe they just don't want to save him, pay him. I don't know. John's in Bridgewater. John, what's up, bud?
Yeah, no, I would love that Vita Vea trade. Like you were saying earlier with the Barmore, Williams, and Vea front, that frees up the linebackers. And oh yeah, no, but see you later, Booty for Vea. Let's do it.
Ooh, Booty for Vea. Booty everywhere.
Yeah, the Bucs really need another wide receiver, Joe.
How many wide receivers do the Bucs have
that are better than Keyshawn Booty? 3, I think.
They have the kid they drafted from
Emeka
Egbuka.
Chris Godwin is still there.
Godwin, yeah. They let Mike Evans go, who's already hurt, by the way. Actually, how many people are hurt now for the 49ers? Let's see.
McCaffrey went down, I think.
Christian Kirk, Jordan James, Ricky Pearsall. Oh, and Kyle Shanahan. And, remember Brandon Ayuk?
Well, the Shanahan. We might need to get into that. Chris Sims had some really moronic comments on that I think we should get to.
You know what? I think a lot of people have moronic comments right now.
So it might be the heat. I don't know what it is. Something in the water. Maybe the mold in Street Team Joe sneezes. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
We got to tell Keegan about that one.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if Riley wants to know about that one.
She's been made aware.
Oh, my God. Just so we know, just to be clear on the Patriots defensive line, Corey Durden, Eric Gregory, Leonard Taylor. Do any of those? How about Joshua Fama or Jeremiah Fams? Any of those guys intrigue you, or Vita Vea? Those guys are all Jags. Every one of them could be cut and no one would care.
I think some of them are fine.
Durden's been fine.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Thank you.
David Blay Jr.
David Blaine, I like.
Blay.
No, Blaine.
David Blay went to Miami.
Oh, okay. The crystal ball guy?
That's right. Yep. Remember the guy that Mike Lombardi said was a massive loser and idiot?
Yeah, how's that going, Mikey?
Receipts, baby, receipts. All right. Keagan Stiefel of Nesson's going to join us in studio. We'll do a little bit of everything. So he'll join us next. You can continue to call in at 617-779-0985. In this hour of the Sports Hub. here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. It was a rainy day today. It let me wear my winter clothing, which makes me look better on television. Speaking of television, joining us in studio right now on YouTube. But we work together on television. His name is Keagan Stiefel. From Boston's entered the chat on Nesson here in studio. Hello, Keagan. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, Joe? We saw each other, 90 minutes ago?
Yeah. You said you wanted to get something to eat. I said I got something to eat. Where'd you go?
Chipotle. I'm trying to, even when I eat out of the house, I'm trying to be healthy. You mentioned the camera thing. It was looking rough there for a little bit. I see myself, and I just hate that guy. So I've been trying to shed some poundage. We're getting there, but
I blame the couches.
the couches suck.
They're not a good look.
It just pushes everything.
Yeah, and then when
you
got a cortisol belly like me, it looks like
it accentuates.
It looks like a stack of pancakes.
Yeah, it does look like a stack of pancakes. It's a great transition. It's why you're the best in the business, Joe. Because it does. It's almost like they designed it to make you feel bad about yourself to do something about it. It's like a weight loss thing more than a comfortable couch thing. They want you to be better.
You're right. It does. When you look at yourself on television and it doesn't look good,
it's horrible.
You want to make life changes.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, life changes. Street Team Joe today is wearing a shirt from Mr. Sid. Shout out Hooch. Hooch also lost weight and donated his clothing to Street Team Joe. And but I told Joe he better grab that. Skaz is shaking his head. What are you shaking your head at?
Street Team Joe wearing a Mr. Sid shirt and gym shorts.
That's funny. Now that's Sid Royale right there.
He's halfway there until somebody gives him pants. What's he supposed to do?
Did you get any pants? Did Hooch give you any pants? No pants.
No pants.
We'll work on that.
I respect it because if I'm getting free clothes, I'm wearing the free clothes. I'm not buying stuff to match it. That's ridiculous. Now you're making me do something. Now you're making me spend money.
Tops on instead of the tarps off.
Yeah, keep it
tarps on. All right, Keagan, we have phone calls, but I want to introduce you. He's of course Boston's enter the chat. He writes for various outlets as well. Your thoughts on the Vita Vea? I was trying to make the case of moving Milton Williams over a little bit. Why move him over? Why don't you just put him and Vita Vea together, have Christian Barmore be your rotating defensive tackle, and you just crush the pass rush through the interior instead of from the outside?
Right. I mean, in this day and age, this version of the NFL, all those guys are kind of interchangeable, right? Like they can play the three guys you mentioned, Vita Vea, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore. They can play pretty much every position on the defensive line. So it's all about gaining depth, not necessarily pushing people around and putting them out of position. There is no out of position. And with the guys that you are facing in your division, Josh Allen, and we'll see about Malik Willis out in Miami, but he can move around a little bit. What did we hear for 20 years with Tom Brady? It's all about pressure up the middle. That's how you actually impact an opposing quarterback. So I'm all for Vita Vea. Vita Vea is one of those guys that you fall in love with him quickly and it'll never go away. Like he could fall off a cliff and I'll still believe, just because it's the archetype is just a big ass Samoan guy who kicks people's butts. That's awesome. I'll take that guy any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, listen, back in the day, if you remember Ted Washington.
Oh yeah,
I called him Mount Washington.
That's right.
They traded for him. And when Teddy Bruschi and those guys would say he is unbelievable because they could get so many tackles, because he would just center of gravity not move.
Two-gapping.
I know it's not sexy on the radio, but the two-gap, he's a interior pass rush. Donald did it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a one-of-one player, right?
Was there a Tommy Kelly, old Bear, played for the Patriots for a little bit?
Tommy Kelly was a good player.
He was really good from the interior.
But that's a thing that I don't want to say they don't have, because Kyrus Tonga did it last year. He's obviously gone now. It's something you can find, that two-gapper, early down run stuffer. To be able to find a guy who can do that and also pass or rush the passer to the level that Vita Vea does, like that's rare. There are 15 guys in the NFL that can probably do it to the level that he does it. So, yeah, like you want that player. It's just, what are you willing to give up? What are they looking for if they do trade him? And how long can you project? Because if you trade for him, I would imagine you're going to look to pay him. You're not going to just trade for 1 year. Unless
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Let's
Play
go
him
win
for
a
the
Super
1
Bowl.
year.
Play
Yeah,
him on
because
the 1
think
year.
about it. If they go on a run and he plays well, he's going to get tons of. He'll be 32.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Buffalo could get him,
But he's
some
a guy
other-
like, I know you look at him and he doesn't look like Calais Campbell, but they play a similar game. Calais Campbell's like 42 years old and he's still playing.
Yeah.
So those guys, if they take care of their body, they can last. And I don't pretend to know what Vita Vea wants to do in the future, but if that's a guy who intends on continuing to play for as long as he's good, I think he can last a long time. So yeah, a second or a third contract at this point isn't off the table.
Wonder if the Rams could get him.
He probably will. Aaron Donald will come out of retirement.
Second round pick. See you later.
Yeah, they'll trade for Vita Vea. They'll have 62 sacks between like 4 guys. It'll be ridiculous.
Myles Garrett too. I
dumb.
made a joke about it, but are the Patriots a little thin after when you look at Christian Barmore and Milton Williams? According to our lads, they have Barmore listed as a defensive end along with Milton Williams with Corey Durden in the middle. I know they play a little bit of a different defense, but Leonard Taylor, Eric Gregory, who's okay, Joshua Farmer, and Jeremiah Farms. Those are your other backups there.
Jeremiah Farms has been around for like 5 years, and he's never done anything other than stick around, which all the credit to him. He's going to end up getting a pension out of it because he can't die. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, I really like Corey Durden. I genuinely think he's a good player. That was like a waiver wire find who quickly found his way into the rotation behind Tonga as one of your top 2 defensive tackles. And the way they played last year and the way you'll expect them to play this year is it's not necessarily, well, we don't have so many spots for Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. Like, those guys are going to find reps on the edge. They're going to find reps on late downs, head up with the tackle instead of playing on the inside. That interior on early downs is what you're really looking for right now. I think Durden's fine there. Like, he's okay. But Vita Vea immediately makes that a really good group. You'll never be as good as the Rams because they're insane over there, but that becomes a strength of your defense, which we talked to Barth earlier on Boston Center, the chat, talking kind of about the defense as a whole and how it can be greater than the sum of the parts. Because if you look at the edge rushers, those kind of stand-up outside linebackers, it's really thin. Like, Draymond Jones kind of fits that mold now. He's lost a ton of weight. They can play him there. But behind him, you're talking about, Harold Landry, whose knee is held together by, like, scotch tape. Braden Swinson, who's the Elijah Ponder, the undrafted rookie. Like, guys who do not have a pedigree. And then at linebacker, off-ball linebacker, have fun behind Robert Spillane because those guys suck. I'm sorry. Christian Ellis isn't a great player. He's fine, and you paid him. But it's not great. I don't feel great about that. And then everybody else at that linebacker spot is essentially a special teamer. So you got a great secondary. You've got a great interior defensive line, and the depth isn't terrible. But if there are opportunities to add even where you're already strong, it's going to make the overall unit better. Sorry, I nerded out on you.
No, it's okay because I want them to adding Vita Vea. It's just a luxury. And why go out and spend on Jadeveon Clowney?
Right.
When you have a guy at 1 year, whatever, maybe you just kind of give him half the money guaranteed. Or maybe you already got the money and you just say, hey, man, you go play it out.
Play out the string, yep.
You could make a case that a lot of Patriots who have been there make money after.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they do, right? They bring in guys.
Didn't have to get the greatest contract, but it kept him in the league. And
no, he made more money after signing with New England on that 1 year deal than he ever would have if he tried to take a 2 or a 3 year deal elsewhere. This is a place, and even it's different, right? This isn't under Bill Belichick. It's a Mike Vrabel's team. He's going to run things differently, but there's still kind of that same idea of we can identify talent, and even if we're not looking to bring these guys in and turn them into every down players and superstars and get them these huge contracts, you can give them an opportunity to show, hey, this is what I do really well. And if I can do it really well here, come give me an opportunity to do it there. And you're just going to have to pay me a little bit more than they paid me. Like, you need to be first to these guys. You need to be I like that you mentioned Chason. You need to be the first to Levon Chason and be like, hey, we'll give you 70% of the snaps. Figure it out. And if you can, you're going to go make money on the other end, and we'll shake your hand and say thank you for your service and let you go make money elsewhere. That's what they've always done. It doesn't change because you're under new management, let's say.
What do you think right now is the biggest story of camp and the most fabricated story of camp?
Ooh. Well, we talked about it earlier. I think you're closer to fabrication on the Christian Gonzalez thing than I am. Let's start there. Robert Kraft coming out. It's Patriots, guys. We've got puppies all over the place. Come get a puppy for free down at One Patriot Place. I'm going to talk to the media. I'm going to talk to him about my puppies. And the first time he's asked about Christian Gonzalez, he decides, I'm drawing the line in the sand. We've offered Christian Gonzalez a contract that'll make him the highest paid player in Patriots history, highest paid cornerback in NFL history. I didn't hear anything about the guarantees because what all these guys are looking for is guaranteed money. They're not looking for a number on paper that they're never going to reach because it's incentive-based, or they have to stay healthy the entire time and not get cut, or if they get traded, it changes things. They can't do that. So for him to come out and frame it the way he framed it, I don't want to call it disingenuous, but it was very clearly not telling the whole story, which sucks and is gross. And then Christian Gonzalez comes out on the other end and says, we're not doing that. I'm not going to talk through the media. I'll leave it to my agent, my team, and this team, and they'll figure it out. And without saying, and I said this a little bit earlier, and I stand by it, without saying, hey, don't listen to that old man. He's lying. He's trying to play this game with me, and I'm not about playing these games. He said, we're not going to talk about it. He took the high road. So respect to Christian Gonzalez, but I know damn well he's not signing anything that doesn't include $100 million guaranteed and $32 million AAV. So until Robert Kraft comes out and says, we're going to sign Christian Gonzalez to $100 million guaranteed, and we're going to make him the highest paid cornerback, average annual value in the NFL, anything he says doesn't mean anything. It's garbage.
I usually get the sniffer out.
I hate that. I've got the sniffer out.
So you have it out. Somehow the other night when Kraft spoke,
pissed me off.
I came on the air and I went, well, Robert Kraft, did I say something there? Whenever Skaz looks at me, I feel like I swore.
Did I say something?
But anyways, Kraft spoke, and it was like, all right, there he is. He said it. He just went out publicly and said he's going to sign Christian Gonzalez. In my head, I didn't think of it as, is he negotiating through the media?
That's the first thing I thought.
Something they never did.
Right.
No, never.
Yeah, because Bill told him, shut up, Robert. Talk about the puppies.
So I didn't. At first, I go, all right, well, they're going to pay everybody. It's a new regime. Bill Belichick's gone now.
Right.
But just so you know, that's how smooth Kraft is. That's how smooth he see, you didn't let him off the hook.
No.
For me, I just went, all right, well, he's going to make – because I do feel like you just pay him. This is what you do in the league now, you know? And the other thing is, again, who was the last first-round pick that they actually gave an extension to? Dante Hightower, how many years ago?
14 years. 14 years since they drafted him.
Just do it. And if you don't want him in a year or two, you trade him. But, like, this is why I don't want to make it a story. Mm-hmm. It's so dumb.
It is stupid.
Like when Drake May comes up next year, you give him all the money too.
That's why it's so annoying, because it's dumb. Why would Robert Kraft, and you said like maybe he's good at this, right? He made you just, oh, whatever. To me, I saw and I thought, yeah, this guy's a billionaire businessman. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I think he gets by on, he's the cute old guy. He's little. He stumbles over his words sometimes. He's got dogs.
Yeah.
His wife's hot.
Yeah.
She's younger than him. It's great.
A doctor or something.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. We love Robert Kraft, right? But there's a little bit of a shark, let's say, a businessman who's willing to kind of stab his own guy in the back a little bit if it's going to save him some money. And that's what I saw in saying that. And I saw the same thing with Christian Gonzalez saying, I don't want to talk about it, right? We're not going to do this through the media. Wasn't him talking to members of the media like, don't ask me those questions. It was him talking to Robert Kraft saying, keep your mouth shut when it comes to talking to these guys, because it's going to be between us behind closed doors. So respect to Christian Gonzalez on it. That, to me, there's no fabrication there. That is exactly what's going on. It was Robert Kraft trying to use the media to his advantage, and Christian Gonzalez shutting it down like he shuts down wide receivers. He's the best.
Ooh, okay.
That was good.
It down like he shuts down wide receivers. Let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
I asked you what the most fabricated story was. Was that it?
No, that was I was like, no, we're not doing the Christian Gonzalez is fabricated. The most fabricated
Hang on,
one.
hold it. Hold it.
All right.
We'll tease it. It's because
We got a break?
well, I'm going to take some calls, but
Okay.
we should go to break. But you know how it rolls here on the night show. How about let's start with Pete in Pembroke. Hi, Pete.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How's it going?
What's going on?
A couple thoughts I want to throw at you boys. So, Joe, when you were talking about shifting, I forget if you said Milton Williams or Barmore right outside of the guard. I love what you're saying there. I think that actually fits the Patriots defense really well. I'm curious to what you guys think about, what about a 5-2 kind of front? I mean, right now, that's not what they're projecting, but I mean, if you sign Vita Vea or trade for him, rather, that opens up a ton. And aren't they thin at linebacker as well?
Yep. Yeah, it could help them in a few different areas. I would say Vita Vea is more of a nose tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he's not lining up outside of a guard ever, really. You're paying that guy, he's 350 pounds, and he makes a lot of money, but you're paying that guy to take up two of those offensive linemen to make everybody else better. I know you mentioned his sack numbers, and it's impressive that he's got 25 throughout his career with how big he is in the position he plays, but his job is to make everybody else's lives easier. Think of Vince Wilfork and what he did for those defenses. That's what Vita Vea would come here to do. It's the same thing.
Let's talk to Justin and Lynn. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Keagan, hey, Joe. I just want to talk about Curtis Lee's injury because the injury bothers me. The injury bothers me the way that it was reported, and 6 to 8 weeks. I don't expect to see him again this year, but the way that it went down just really bothered me.
Hey, Justin, do you watch the show on Nesson?
Yeah, I watched Keagan and you, Joe.
Yeah, did you ever see Keagan on TV?
Yes, I do. I saw him today.
Yeah, what do you think of him?
He seems good.
Thank you, Justin.
He seems good.
I appreciate that.
So you like him? You're saying you like him?
Yeah, I do.
You might be the only one, because we get calls on three things. It's people hitting on Lucy, it's asking Joe for recommendations, and it's people who hate my guts. They don't like me at all. And it's because I'm negative about the baseball team. And when you're negative about the baseball team on the network that the baseball team plays on, people don't like that too much.
What you'll notice about the Sports Hub here is the age demographic's a little different than
Little different.
I would the Nesson listener is 55 plus.
Yeah,
probably.
Can I give a peek behind the curtain? I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna do it. They did not like that I said that guy's been retired for 15 years today, talking about one of our calls. They didn't like that. And sure, I get it, right? But it's true. The majority of the people calling are retired. They're sitting. If you're sitting and watching TV at 4 o'clock, you're not going to work most of the time, buddy. So I call it like I see it. That guy. It's okay.
Yeah, there was a guy named Mexico.
He doesn't like me.
Who said that he likes the show because we give both sides, and he thinks we're going to compete with Felger and Mess.
He did say that.
Which is laughable.
Yeah.
We're not trying to compete with Felger and Mess.
No.
It is funny because when I saw Felger, he goes, going up against us. I go, are you really concerned?
No.
Are you really concerned?
The great
and Maz
thing,
doesn't even give it a sniff.
No, he hasn't. That's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like the great thing about their dynamic is Felger can, maybe he's trying to use it as a little bit of motivation, like a little shot in the arm, but he knows it's not true. Felger doesn't. I mean, Maz, he's never even thought for a second about it.
Yeah,
like most people.
He hasn't. All right, well, we'll take a break. I see you guys lined up on the phone, 617-779-0985. You can join us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and boom, you'll see us right there. We got 152 people watching. Can we get that up, everybody? Can we get to 200? I was going to say if we get to 200, I'll eat 200 pancakes, but that's not going to work out tonight.
We've made too many promises between the two of us for the folks at home.
Yeah. Keegan, has been down on the Red Sox this year.
Call it like I see it.
We'll do some Red Sox talk. We see you on the phones, And what's the most fabricated story about camp? Because the pads come on tomorrow. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. Keagan Stiefel here from Nesson 98.5 The Sports Hub. When Kraft spoke,
Pissed me off.
I came on the air.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
With me. We have Liverpool versus Wrexham on right now. Any familiar Liverpool? Not during your Nesson days?
Damn thing. No.
Have you ever seen Liverpool on at Nesson?
No.
Oh,
No.
I have.
Have you?
And you've been there more than I have.
So the thing is like, yeah, they owned by the same people. Doesn't make me a soccer fan. I can't do it. I just can't get into it.
Skaz and I have been. Skaz is a real footy.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Footsie.
Mr. Footsies.
He's Mr. Footsies. And I won't. We already got into the pedicure thing, so we're not gonna.
No toes on this show.
We're not elaborating on that one. I'll share it right now. Actually, I'll share it right now, so everybody can see it. But we know about last night, and what Dan Orlovsky said.
Right.
So I'm not gonna. I shared it at Joey Murray right now on Twitter. If you want to go take a look at it.
You talking about our clip or his clip?
I just shared our clip.
Okay, all right.
Not his clip.
You get both in the 2 and 1.
Yeah, it's all
aggregated.
It's all in there. But Skaz and I, for those that don't know, maybe you know this, but because we've had some of the Revs people on Nesson as well, but there's been some sort of pancake gate.
Yeah.
And on the broadcast, the MLS broadcast on Apple Television, we found out that pancakes were banned from the facility.
Can I just say for you guys and for this show, to make Major League Soccer interesting, that league hasn't been able to do it, and you guys were able to do it. So well done. Because
Skaz, is that a victory lap?
I've
is that
never
a lap?
cared. I've never cared about that league. Messi came over, and I was like, whatever. And then you guys in the pancakes.
So
Good
listen,
stuff.
The Red Sox are known for premature victory laps. I'm not ready to do one just yet.
I've been around the team too much. Premature
victory. But I will. But I already put it out there. We said this last night. For every goal they score the rest of the year, I will eat a pancake for every goal.
I think that's fair. I mean, how many are they scoring? What's the average?
Hey, Street Team Joe, can you look up how many games are remaining for the Revs this year? And then look up. So if there's like 15 games, if they get 2 goals a game, that's 30, right?
30, right?
It's a lot of pancakes right there. But anyways, yes, I hope the Revs get in on this because, yes, soccer has been interesting. The MLS, on the other hand, even though I'm watching a random friendly right now.
18 games, it looks.
18. Oh!
Quick check.
So 2 goals a game, 36.
36 pancakes.
Could we get 40
Done.
pancakes?
We could eat 40 pancakes.
Done.
The night
So
show?
that's my question. Is it a solo Joe, or is it however many people you can get in?
Everyone's getting in on it.
The night show is it's a group project.
I like that. That's fair.
I want everybody with bibs on, you know.
Joe, you're a man of the people.
That's right. I will
Bring
wear
people together.
I will wear my sneakers and I will wear a shirt. But yes, I stand by that. So
Okay.
we got to I got to hit up Adam over at the Revs and let him know about this because
This can be a nice family bonding activity for you guys too. You got Street Team Joe in there, Riley, all the interns. That's how you want to do it. You want to get everybody in and knock it out as a team.
Most fabricated story of Patriots camp so far without pads.
I mean, it's got to be Keyshawn Booty, right? I think a lot of people, and I haven't been down there, so it's hard to say, well, I've seen this. But everybody I've talked to is like, this guy's making the team. There's no way, with the importance of what he's done with his relationship with Drake May, how he's being used, there's no way that they're trading him, let alone trying to find a way to fit other guys on the roster over him. So fabrication in terms of the people who are fighting back, trying to find a reason to trade him. I know we had a caller earlier who said they would trade Keyshawn Booty for Vita Vea. I just don't think there's any chance he's off this roster.
I think it's fabricated is that Drake May and AJ Brown aren't having a connection.
Sure. Maybe I haven't given that enough thought because I see that and I think of every year I've ever been down there and that the quarterback looks bad 3 days in and everybody loses their minds.
He did last year too, remember?
Yeah, they all do. It's just kind of how it goes. I mean, I remember, and I was in high school at this time, but when Garoppolo came in and had a better first week than Brady and everybody's like, whoa, maybe Garoppolo, he's pushing for the job. It's like, no, it's these guys, especially guys who are kind of entrenched in that starting role, everything they do early on is through the motions. And then you start to kind of pick it up, and when you start installing the new stuff, that's when they're more locked in. So that has never bothered me. The idea of 10-1 the last few years in New England, I don't like number 10 thrown to number 1. It's not a good track record recently.
I have a downtown card that's Mac Jones, Jalen Polk. It still holds its value, though, because Drake May's on the card, not Jalen Polk.
Oh, Drake May. So not Mac Jones. I thought you said Mac Jones.
So what they do
Jalen
is they're called downtowns. They're like special cards, like case hits.
Okay.
So they'll put Drake May on it, but then they'll put like who their like
number one receiver
would be.
Yeah.
And they're worth like CD Lamb, Dak Prescott, worth like $1,500, right?
Well,
it's worth big money.
Are they autographed or is it just...
Well, no, most downtowns aren't, but
they're short.
But the Drake May, Jalen Polk, the other day I saw $325 and I went, huh? Because
you have that?
I have a Brady rookie card, but it's him in some other stiff that they drafted in the 7th round.
It's like a fullback or something.
Yeah, and I'll find it, but it's still worth $200, even though the other guy's on the card.
Oh, he's dragging the value down though. It's not what it could be. That the card thing is so interesting.
I'll find it.
I got way into him during COVID. I thought I was going to do the Joe Murray. I was going to start a business. I was going to flip them. And then my first 2 investments were N'Keal Harry and Mac Jones, and that ended it immediately.
All right, so maybe you've seen this card before, but it's Dave.
I have seen the card.
Dave Stashelski.
Is he a fullback or a tight end?
Tight end, it says here. I think he was in the Brady Sixes like his roommate.
They were like rookie. So do you remember the Patriots, the Dynasty documentary, and they had a bunch of found footage? He's the guy that kept videotaping Brady.
$129 right now on eBay.
It's not bad.
So that guy's killing the price.
That guy's killing it. Because that card would be what, $900?
If it was him, yeah. Brady rookies start at $1,500, and some of them are $50,000.
Ridiculous. Well, the grading is the big thing.
That one graded right now, PSA 8, which would almost be raw, 125. So a 9 or a 10 would be $250. So I won't get into that stuff, but we have calls.
All right.
And people want to talk to us at 617-779-0985. Tommy's in Lynn. Tommy!
What's up, Joe? What's up, Joe? Who's the guy that's with you again? I want to say I do watch the Messing shows once in a
Figure
while.
it out.
So
Dig deep into the brain.
Who did you know? Anybody else on the show?
You, Joe Murray. I know you on there.
Yeah,
Joe.
Who else?
Joe, I got a question.
Come on, Tony.
No, he's not doing it.
His name is Keagan.
Keagan?
Keagan.
I'll take Keith.
Keagan,
Keith's good.
Keagan.
All right. So Joe Murray, I want to talk about some hockey stuff. How about Macklin Celebrini?
It's a lot of
Got
money.
a big extension, a big payday from the NHL.
Yep.
And that makes him the highest paid player. And Joe, guess what? I have a nice Vegas Knights jersey, a Jack Eichel jersey.
Ooh.
You know I'm a big BU guy, so I support all my BU Terrier guys.
Hey, we got an intern from BU. Did you know that?
No, who is
His
it?
name's Derek.
Derek the intern. Derek, I'm glad that you're a big BU guy. Hopefully I meet you this year at some BU games. I go to a lot of those.
All right.
And
hey, did you know that Keagan was from Salem?
From Salem, yeah. Right down the road. I lived right on the border.
Oh, Joe, if you're not doing anything, August 2nd, that's my birthday. The spot to be, Sunday night, 9 o'clock, karaoke at O'Neill's in Salem.
Oh, yeah.
O'Neill's in Salem. You're talking my language,
yeah.
Tommy. Maybe I'll come by.
You know Big Dave. You know Dave Gugliotta. We call him Big Dave.
Did you
Joe.
know? Did you know that Dave was when I got hired at 1510, my first job ever. Big Dave was I was the associate producer for Big Dave.
And now he works at O'Neill's?
And now he's the DJ at O'Neill's.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, he hosts his karaoke there every Sunday night. We have a nice big crowd.
How big would you say Big Dave is?
I don't know. How big you think he is? How tall you think he is?
He's 6'7".
Oh, so he is big.
6'7"?
Oh, he's Big Dave.
It's not just like...
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's bigger, me or Big Dave?
Big Dave.
Yeah.
He got you beat.
I know. He really does. Imagine two dudes that big as running a show for some guys.
I love that.
Yeah, and Joe.
Yeah.
I got something to say about the Patriots.
Yeah.
They need to pay Christian Gonzalez his money, and I want A.J. Brown and Drake May to be on the same page this year, because it seems like Kayshon Boutte's having a good year so far at camp so far.
That's right. They're going to be in pads tomorrow.
Tommy, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's your contract figure for Christian Gonzalez? Give me figures, numbers, years, and money.
How much do you think he should get, Joe? What do you think?
I'm asking you, Tommy.
How about $7 million? Is $7 million good? Is that a lot of good money right there?
No, he'd laugh you out of the building. He wouldn't be.
How about 70 plus 30?
Yes,
100.
that would be good. Second highest paid corner in the league.
I heard you met our old intern Dawson recently.
I did at Fenway Park last Wednesday afternoon when the streak was going, when there was 15.
Yeah, what did he tell you?
He says, I know Joe Murray. Joe Murray's the man. I work with him on the night show.
Yeah.
Our boy that works there at security, Joe,
Yep.
he does a good job. You know who I'm talking about. Our boy Anthony.
Anthony, yep. Anthony gets more play on our show than anybody. It used to be Bird. Bird doesn't work at Fenway anymore, though.
I know. How come Bird doesn't work there anymore, Joe?
He works at the Garden now.
I know.
He gets
the big gig now.
That's right. That's right.
All right,
hey,
Joe,
man, you know what, Tommy? When's the last time you've rapped? Can you tell Keagan that you have a rap album?
So I did a rap album last year, and it was basically stuff with the sports sub. Like I had a song about Drake May, a song about street meat. Keagan,
street meat.
Here's a song that I want to say a freestyle for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, yo, it's Tommy from Lynn. I'm on hold with 98.5. Me and Joe Murray and Keagan are talking to each other right now. Macklin Celebrini just got a big payday from the Sox. Let's go, Celebrini. Put up some goals like you did last year. Hey!
That was incredible.
All right, Tommy.
Well done, Tommy.
Happy
Well done.
birthday,
Love you
buddy.
guys.
Take
All
care.
right.
All right, bye-bye. Have you met Tommy from Lynn? Have you
No.
heard of Tommy from Lynn?
No, that's first time.
Legend.
Clearly. I mean, I respect it. One of my favorite things about your show, Joe, is that it's not just the Joe show, it's the Joe and all of his callers and his producers.
So it's Skaz, me, and the callers.
And the interns.
And the interns.
It's
That's
everybody.
true,
You involve everybody,
And,
which I
well,
appreciate.
Luis, our custodian, sometimes does a cameo every
saw
once
him
in a
earlier.
while. He usually just passes through.
Yeah, he's in and out. I feel like he gets the job done.
One night the Hardy Boys were here, Matt and Jeff.
Big fan.
Come to find out, there was groupies outside waiting for them.
What?
And I guess Luis was friends with them. And then when I saw the next day, when I saw Luis, he goes, John Cena tonight? And I'm like, no. I can't get John Cena.
Well, I mean, if you got to one up the Hardy Boys, it's got to be John Cena, right? There's not much further you could get. Not much higher than the Hardy Boys. So.
This is the Street Meat song.
I love Street Meat.
Street meat. Went to the sauce and grabbed a sausage. Peppers, onions, that's it, please. Now I'm on call with Joe Marie. Street meat. Went to the sauce and grabbed a sausage. Peppers, onions, that's it, please. Now I'm on call with Joe Marie.
I mean, I can't believe I made it. I made it in a song, Keagan.
Why isn't he cutting audio for 98.5? Did you produce that sketch?
No, actually, he had
That's on Spotify.
Dude, he had an actually professional person produce that for him.
Yeah, that's on Spotify.
Oh, so he didn't produce it himself.
If you go Tommy from Lynn on Spotify, it's there, buddy.
Guess what I'm listening to on the way home tonight?
There's other ones, too, about people from the station, which I think is kind of funny.
All right, Tommy from Lynn. That's my...
Yeah. So that's the thing, the difference between radio and television is there's like inside jokes with radio.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing it long enough.
Yeah, but on television, though, people don't get the inside jokes.
No.
Like if I say we got a show to do today, some people just have no clue what I mean by that.
Right.
But yeah, Keagan, the one thing I will say is I didn't realize people liked me. But like when we go out, I see people and they're like, hey, Joe, and it's like it's kind of like trying to, in Goodfellas when he didn't snitch. It's the beginning of the movie.
They celebrate.
And they're like, hey, come on. Yeah. And they start putting like money in his pocket.
You got pinched. You didn't tell on him.
It's like, especially at a bar.
They saved Tommy.
That's right. But at a bar, like it's like one day me and Bird went to a bar down the Cape, okay? And we're like, hey, it's Joe and Bird. The whole place cleared out to give us a spot at the bar. I didn't think we had that kind of power, man.
You know, I'll tell you the opposite of this, right? So Joe goes out. People love him. People are like, Joe, it's Joe. When the only time I ever get recognized, it's by people who I loosely know, like somebody I went to middle school with, and then they'll text my friends and be like, hey, remember that kid Keagan? Why is he on TV right now? Why did I turn on the radio and he was talking with Joe Murray?
Just so you know, all right, I've been doing this 20 years now, so I can say it.
Okay.
Anyone you grew up with who sees you being successful is going to be a hater.
Oh, they hate. And guess what? I love it.
Yeah, it's just get used to that. That is a thing. I have guys who call in from Hyde Park all the time and share stuff. I bought bad weed from Joe Murray once, It happens, right?
I've got a couple because
once, a couple times.
I got a text. Shout out to...
Yeah, Joe Murray was buying me beers.
That was
underage.
I don't believe that story, even though I do remember that kid. I don't believe the story.
I don't think that's going to hold up in court, Joe.
They
statute of limitations.
No, these dudes gave me money to go get them booze, and I at the time could get in.
Right?
And
hey, Mister.
But they said I got them like Red Dog beer. That's not true.
You've never bought Red Dog?
I always got the
finest.
Natty Light might have been the worst that I would get.
Old English.
No, Natty
Old style.
And don't get me wrong. Did I get a Stides every once in a while or a Cobra 40 every once in a while? Yeah. Oh, God, awful. But yeah, some guy. And then when he told me that story, I'm like, doesn't add up.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was a lie. Maybe they just thought that I got them bad booze.
Maybe it was just a guy named Joe, and they just assumed.
No, his name was Berkey, of course.
Right.
Berkey from Boston.
Well, I want to give a shout out Jack Crow. I got a text while we were on. He said, "Why did I just turn on the radio and you were on talking with Joe Murray?" So he wasn't a dink about it. He was like, "Wow, good for you. You're doing a great job." So shout out to Jack. That's nice.
Hey, Jack, thank you.
I'll tell him to call in.
Thank you, man. All right, let's go to break. 617-779-0985. Keagan, Joe, you're the man. Keagan, you're cool too.
All right, I'll take it. That's more positive than anything I get on Nesson.
Actually, let's take one more call before we get to the break here. Mason's
it's very funny.
Mason,
because like I'm something like TikTok, and they haven't accepted me on the radio.
And this is a science experiment because it's fucking wild.
Ah, dummy up! Come on!
Dump it! Dump it! Can't say that.
What do you? He said he was a science
It
experiment.
was a science experiment, Joe.
They're
He
going to
was
let me
doing a
on the radio.
TikTok.
It's blank wild. Is that what
I
we
think
got?
he was maybe on his TikTok live, possibly.
Oh,
and
he
trying
could have
to
been
call
calling
in.
me on TikTok Live. I've never.
And
Maybe
he screwed it up.
Yeah, you can't. You can't
say
do that.
Did you get it
yeah.
in time, Scott?
No, of course, of course. I mean, that's kind
You're the
of
best in the business.
standard practice on the night show.
That thing
You got to be ready to go.
That thing
is worn out.
Hands hovering over the top.
Oh yeah.
We might need some WD-40 for that.
See
thing
Hyde
at some
Park on
point.
the call screen or something like that. You
Dump
know.
it, dump it.
Dedham, West Roxbury, Rosenhill, Hyde Park, Jamaica Plain. It's a dump city, baby. the chat just heard that, and I like that we're on.
Do
delay
those
here.
get through on YouTube?
Oh yeah. The stream wins.
Stream always wins.
Good. I like that.
We can say whatever we want technically on the stream. We just can't let it go over the air.
Right.
That's kind of the. We haven't had any of those on Nesson, huh?
No, I almost slipped the other day, but I caught myself. So the callers, I mean, they screen those. They could throw the bleep on it, so we're good on that end.
Thank God. Yeah. We do this thing called crash outs, everybody, where people can just call in and really just crash out about anything. And you can call this number, 617-582-2428. 2428. And it's a message service. So you could be like, yeah, I was listening to Joe and Keagan the other night, and they were rapping about sausages.
You mentioned crash outs. I'm going to crash out real quick before we go to break. If you call that number, it has to be genuine. We get the worst kind of people. They just want to hear their voice on TV or on the radio, so they call and they fabricate something, or they talk in a fake Boston accent, or they're hammered and they really don't have anything to say. Those ones are kind of funny, actually. But have something to say. Don't just call to call. I need something. You got to give me energy. I'm sitting on a couch in a studio with 3 other people, and that's it. And there's lights beaming down on me. I need you to give me energy, and they just never do. It's always like, yeah, you guys suck. I'll hang up and listen. Like, give me something. A guy called and talked about my socks the other day. That's good stuff. That's what we need.
Well, we like good socks, everybody. Hey, speaking of the socks.
Oh, that's
what a transition. We'll hit the headline here. Keagan Stiefel of Nesson. He's in the studio right now, and we're going to hit the headline here. It's 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox in action tonight. They'll take on who? The homeless A's in Sacramento. Do you mind staying a little bit?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, because that usually I tell you to stay for an hour, and it just doesn't happen anyways.
Yeah, it's all right.
But just quickly on Street Team Joe, and we'll do in or out at the top of the hour. I commend Street Team Joe for always coming in, whether he's paid or not. Tonight, it's not. He also had this fantasy football thing that he wanted me to moderate for his group.
Okay.
They were going to pay me Cameo for it.
What's the Cameo fee?
Mine's $15.
All right.
But I didn't want to charge Street Team.
Of course. It's a friends and family.
So they came in and videoed me with a random lineup, and Street Team Joe got the second pick. So they all thought I was going to shenanigans it
Right.
for him to get the top pick. But instead, we didn't do anything crazy.
And he still got the
no
second
witchcraft.
No
And,
witchcraft.
He still got the second pick.
That's fate, is what you call that.
But Joe got ours. Tomorrow, he will be the associate producer of Zoe and Beetle tomorrow.
Very nice.
So he's moving up in the world.
Yeah, I'll be listening.
Going from nights to middays, which some people think that's a raise, or I don't know what do you call that, Skaz?
Promotion.
A bump?
A bump?
A
little T-ski?
Skaz, what do you call it when you go from filling it at night, being at night, to filling in middays? What do we call that?
It depends, Joe, you know?
Depends on if you like the middays or...
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
I was looking for an answer from you.
Well, I don't know what answer you were looking for.
You always get a good one-liner every once in a while there. I don't know.
A lateral move, perhaps? Just moving right along?
Desperation?
Nah, I mean...
Mercy?
I would say it depends, Joe. You know? I heard some takes today on the midday that were pretty interesting.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Who was on midday today?
That would be Mark the Beetle Bertrand.
Yep.
Mark the Bertle Bertrand. Tim McCone.
Yeah, Timmy.
And Andy Hart.
Oh. Got to care to share with the class? Or
I mean, I'll play it for you if you guys want to hear it.
You know what? I do.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
So, what you want to set it up for?
No, not really.
Okay,
I'd like to just play it and you guys give me a reaction.
All right,
They were
let's do
talking
it.
about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I'll tell you that.
Let's do it.
Tatum's too nice of a guy.
100%. I think that's among his faults in that area. I think that's one of the biggest.
Makes him probably a wonderful human, but
probably and a good dad and all of those things.
Right? Yes.
Maybe not a good dad. Well, let me strike that from the record. No. I didn't say he's not a good dad.
Huh?
So, did he call him a good dad and then said maybe he's not a good dad?
I don't know, Andy Hart. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was trying to make a point and he did a very bad job at it. And I think that's being kind.
Way to call it like it's...
So, wait, real quick. What the hell does Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have anything to do with Jason Tatum being a dad?
I would say nothing, Joe. Personally, that's my opinion.
Can you hear me scratching my head on the mic?
Why? Can you play it again?
Sure. Happy to.
Tatum's too nice of a guy.
100%. I think that's among his faults in that area. I think that's one of the biggest.
Makes him probably a wonderful human, but
probably and a good dad and all of those things.
Right? Yes.
Maybe not a good dad. Well, let me strike that from the record. No. I didn't say he's not a good dad.
So he does clarify. He does not say that he's not a good dad. I think it's, I believe they were talking about his leadership and the fact that because he's kind of a passive guy, sometimes you have to be tough on your own kids. I'll go back to my original point. I think he was trying to have a take in a situation where it's okay to just say nothing or, not fabricate something just to have something to say. But who am I, Joe? So that was on the midday today. Usually when Scott Zolak's out, I would say the basketball talk gets better on that show. But in this case, I would say it got worse. But I do also find it interesting that the two biggest Jaylen Brown guys at the station are Scott Zolak and Andy Hart. And I'd imagine they both watch about the same amount of basketball, which is very little. So I think that speaks for itself.
Any comment, Keegan?
I would say, well put, Skaz.
Thank you.
First and foremost. A fantastic job. In a business where you got to find a take, you found it. And maybe some others can't. I will say that comment, maybe not, and then I'll strike that from the record. I didn't say it. Seems an awful lot like what we hear from the Red Sox with, it seems like we dodged a bullet. Maybe. Let me add the maybe to the end. Feels like I know I said something I shouldn't have said. Let me throw a word on there and then try to take it back like I didn't say.
Good point.
Maybe.
Good point. I did ask Jumbo Hart on Twitter. Did I just hear you say Jason Tatum's a bad father? He said no.
With an exclamation point.
Said no.
Yeah, and I don't think he did. I don't think that's what he was trying to say. I just think he had a bad point.
I just thought I heard it. I thought I heard him say that. But I've also been on record by saying Jason Tatum really just cares about basketball and his son. Now, could you question maybe that his son stays up a little bit too late and eats junk food?
I thought he's got like a good candy company. It's like 5 grams of sugar.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But some people
Sure.
might think people are bad parents when their kids stay up past 11 o'clock.
Sure.
Doesn't make them bad dads.
No.
I really don't know
Maybe.
where that one was going. And I'm not trying to bust balls of Andy Hart being here and all that. I heard it and I don't understand it, so I had to ask, and I don't know.
Joe, you just got to start saying maybe all the time, and then nothing you say can be held against you. If you just throw a maybe on there, smooth sailing.
All right. We mentioned Red Sox. Lee's in Oklahoma. Hey, Lee.
Hey, Joe. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, hey, first thing, many miles away, obviously, I want to thank you and everybody there at the radio station. I listen to you guys almost literally every day, specifically your show a lot because it works with the time zone thing and I'm off work. So I wanted to compliment you on your show and everything that you guys do. And I talked to Mark Dondero a couple weeks ago about the Pats. So long distance. Huge Red Sox fan, huge Pats fan. Wanted to ask you about catchers and, obviously approaching the trade deadline. Do you see, Narvi is obviously a really good defensive catcher, but to be adding a little sarcasm, he's not batting up to par, obviously. And Connor Wong's all right, but do you see any trade package coming up that could involve Hunter Goodman, maybe Marcelo Meyer? I mean, the Rockies are obviously struggling. They need infielders. Do you see any type of package that we might be able to put together to put in another power bat, specifically at the catcher position with his OPS? And I just kind of want to get your thoughts on that.
Thanks, Lee. Boomer Sooner, kid.
I'm actually a poke.
Come on.
Hey, what happened to Mike? What happened to Mike Gundy? We were talking about him the other night.
Man, if you want the truth, he just didn't understand NIL, and he was not, from everything that I've heard. He just really wasn't great with it, but I love the guy. I mean, he put us on the map in college football.
I thought you were going to go down the path of he was boozing a little bit too much because there's a little bit of that going on too.
Well, no.
Hey, what about this Eric Morris guy from North Texas? I love their offense.
So
it's a good hire, Lee.
I am
Drew
scared to death.
Mestamaker, whatever you say.
So I'm actually scared to death of that because we bring him in from North Texas, right? He brings a bunch of his guys with him, which sure is great. They've got loyalty to their coach, right? But my question would then again be, okay, 3 years down the road, and I say this, like I graduated from Oklahoma State. I actually had a sports broadcast degree, and then COVID hit. I got into the insurance industry, so life's crazy. But looking at it from a sports perspective, I kind of have questions about his recruiting. The biggest thing about Gundy was that he could go anywhere in Texas, Oklahoma, and he wouldn't necessarily be in Dallas or, the biggest cities, but he would find a guy and he'd be like, well, that's a 2-star recruit. But him and then the Coach Glass, who's our strength and conditioning guy, he would turn that 2-star recruit into I don't want to say a 5-star guy because we're not Bama. We're
like
not
Ollie Gordon.
But, like Ollie, but let's go back. Okay, Chuba Hubbard, right?
Oh, yeah, Chuba Hubbard. That's right. Damn good, yeah.
Chuba, let's go before that, though, even, right? Mason Rudolph was a guy. He was highly talented, but he set the record for passing yards at Oklahoma State. Sure, and I was lucky enough to be in college in the student section when he was playing.
Lee, let me ask you, because you're talking college football, which is my language. You don't think that Morris coming in and getting the recruiting classes that he did at North Texas, I know there's a lot of money there too, but Oklahoma State, no shortage of funds in the NIL era, having built a winner at North Texas. Now with more money on a bigger stage, you don't think he can build a winner at Oklahoma State?
Man, yeah, but you got to remember, Joe says Boomer Sooner are arch rivals in the SEC. And guys want to go, and I will bring up one of my favorite quotes from years ago. It was actually, and you can find this on YouTube, it was Barry Switzer and Pat Jones, who coached Barry Sanders, of course. Yep. And they were just talking, and I guess it was on a local TV show. And Barry said, he basically made the comment when Boone Pickens, if you're familiar with who he was, and how much he donated, to the university, he's like, look, kids don't care. Back then, he goes, kids really don't care about tradition that much. They care about where they're going to eat, where they're going to work out, where they're going to sleep, et cetera, right? They want the nicest, the newest, and the best. Well, I kind of feel like with NIL, again, the reverse effect can potentially happen. We do have money at Oklahoma State, but, look at Texas Tech. Look at what they've done. Mm-hmm. Look at other colleges across the country that have big money. Sure, OSU's got some, but if you're a kid in Oklahoma or Texas and it's like, okay, University of Texas isn't an option, I don't want to be stuck in Lubbock, and it's OSU competing, well, they're going to look at OU, and I don't like saying this, but they're going to say, well, that's an SEC school versus Big 12, right?
Thanks,
now,
Lee.
basketball.
And I'm sorry, I got to cut you off because we got to go to break. I just want to let everybody know that if they get rid of nights here locally, that's what you're going to get.
Joe,
why'd you set my man up?
Yeah,
my man
I thought
Lee up
he was
like
tremendous.
That?
No. Lee can call anytime.
Guys, did you see me giddy?
I thought that was the happiest I'd seen Keagan. He certainly was happier than when we put him in that nice uncomfortable spot 5 minutes before that.
Do you know who Keagan sacked in high school?
Bailey's happy. We were talking about it before the show.
All right,
and I will say Keagan did not bring it up.
Who lasted longer in Boston? Me or Bailey Zappi?
Keagan Stiefel for sure. Lasted longer than Curtis Meade for sure.
A couple of years. No, Lee. Thank you for calling. Call anytime.
I like Lee. I want his phone number.
We're 6 minutes past the hour. That's the reason why I hung up on you.
Oh, that's never stopped you before.
No, but all of a sudden it's a big deal.
Listen,
you got to stay on time.
We started talking about strength and conditioning coaches and brought up Barry
some good Mike Gundy
talk. By the way, 3-2 start this year for Oklahoma State. Oregon week 2.
Ollie Gordon, Joe. Chuba Hubbard.
That's right. Murray State on there. That's a win.
Des Bryant was a good player. He was
a damn good player.
I remember him.
And then they lead off with Tulsa, Oregon, Murray State, West Virginia on the road. Always a tough place to play. And then UCF at home, then at Houston, hosting Colorado, at Iowa State, Kansas State, Texas Tech. Doom for the Pokes this year.
7-5.
5-7.
I think they go 7-5. I like Drew Westamaker.
But again, I should say that we always do allow college football talk here because we're going to ramp it up soon. I just want everyone to know that if we're not on every night, that's what you're going to get.
Threaten me with a good time, Joe. I was having a great time.
We get a lot of local money here, Keagan, and we need to keep it that way. We got to go to break. This hour, speaking of money, has been brought to you by our good friends over at Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandoilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change. At Valvoline and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. Catchers, keep that in mind. That's what he actually called about.
I'll remember that.
And we're going to do in or out. Let's do in or out next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. get underway in just about a half hour. They're taking on the homeless A's in Sacramento. It's a 4-game series. It's 1-1 so far. Patrick Sandoval will be on the mound tonight. And the Patriots' first day of practice tomorrow in pads over at Gillette Stadium, weather permitting. Headlines, they are brought to you by John Sewer and Drain Cleaning, keeping drains flowing for homes and businesses in the greater Boston area since 1976. Go to johnsewer.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Boston Talk Sports.
Trade Drake May.
We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
All right, it's in or out. Keagan Stiefel's here from Nesson, everybody. What's your handles, your Twitter handle?
At Keagan Stiefel, baby. I wish I had an easier name to spell. Keagan, like Reagan with a K.
Oh.
But not named after him.
But not Keagan.
It's Keagan. Stiefel.
You're on Instagram?
Not for the public. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. On TikTok, at Keagan Stiefel. Keagan Stiefel everywhere.
Our intern, Riley, who's back there, I have told her to get an Instagram. How many followers do you have now, Riley?
On Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter.
Twitter 150. You said Instagram, Joe.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I apologize.
What about TikTok?
10,000.
Ooh, not bad. It's not bad. That you can get in the creative program. Start making some money off that.
That's the pipeline right there.
That's what you got to do.
Per Mike Cadlick in the Patriots PR. I just gave Mike Cadlick a
shout out, Mike.
Patriots will resume training camp practices on the practice fields behind Gillette Stadium. The current plan is to practice outside, rain or shine. Christian Gonzalez ain't going to be out there.
No. Full pads, rain, no shot.
From the Patriots, courtesy of Mike Cadlick.
Shout out, Mike.
Do you know Mike is a big pizza guy?
Oh, yeah. He puts salad on pizza. He's a sicko. Sick freak. Pickles.
Where did we get pizza from one night? He came here. We had it here.
And I love Cadlick, but that's weird.
Was it Burnt Edges that we got him pizza? Where did we get pizza from when we
Joe, it's, Jesus. Too many places.
You don't remember the pizza you had 8 months ago on a random Thursday?
With Joe Murray, there's been too many pies. Could have been the Poppy. It could have been anything, Joe.
Could have been Pan Pizza Poppy.
I'm texting Cadlick.
Could have been Volo.
Yeah. Ooh, Skaz, we have a new one coming.
Oh, do we?
Oh. Haven't set the date yet. Want to make sure we're all here. Because I don't know who's here the rest of the summer. But
Isn't
yes,
that your whole thing.
Well, I sometimes
it's your job.
They move us around.
Oh, that's fair.
Because if it's like, hey, this guy's off, can you wear? And then like Sean Silver will run the night show, and it's awesome. Or Kendra will be here, and it's feet talk, and all that.
And you've got your feet in the sand somewhere.
Yeah, well, no, I'll be on probably the morning or midday show. Can't work Felger and Maz though because of Nesson.
That's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate.
Morning's my favorite time slot.
You like waking up?
It's easy. I just hate waiting around to go back to Nesson later.
Yeah.
Hello, Skaz. How are you? So this is the show.
This is the appetizer.
This is the appetizer to in or out. What do we got?
All right, gentlemen, a Wednesday, July 29th edition of In or Out. Let's start with some pizza. Since we're talking pizza, our friends over at Red Baron have created a 50-topping pizza to celebrate its 50th birthday. The Supreme Pizza features ingredients like pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, cheese, and carrots. Are we in or out on a 50-topping pizza to celebrate 50 years of Red Baron?
I love pizza. That's too much.
Out. How many of those ingredients are like seasoning? Do they count like salt or black pepper as an ingredient? Because if they do, I'm going to be pissed. You can't do that. You need full-on ingredients. It can't be seasonings. The cheese can't count. Tomato sauce can't count. It's got to be more than the basics.
I'm investigating.
I want you to read all 50 toppings for me.
When I typed in 50 topping 50 years, menopause came up. Next!
All right, gentlemen. From pizza Let's see. Where do we want to go next? How about our friends over at DraftKings in Delta have partnered up to launch Sky Picks, a new free-to-play in-flight sports contest that gives eligible customers an interactive way to engage with sports while they travel. Sky Picks is a free sports contest available on U.S. domestic flights. Are we in or out? It will be a series of sports-related questions, such as who will score first, which team will win, and a final score tiebreaker. To compete for a spot atop the leaderboard and the chance to win Delta gift cards for your next adventure. Are we in or out on the DraftKings and Delta Sky Picks?
Out. So here's my thing. Not everything needs to be gambling. I love sports betting. I'd argue that I love it maybe a little bit too much. I love going to Encore. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love going to all sorts of casinos all around the town. But not everything needs to be betting. I'm out.
I mean, I'll try it. And
you know what I say I'm out, but if I'm ever on a Delta flight, I'm gonna play. Like,
I mean,
can't
it's free.
Not play,
Yeah, it's
right?
free.
Yeah, but not everything needs to be like. Just go to bed. Take a nap.
Hooch is checking in saying, Joe, that poor guy who just called about the Red Sox catching situation, you asked him about Oklahoma football, and he went into great detail and later said you need to keep it local. He never got his question answered.
Never got it. He knew that he like. I'm sure he would have loved to talk about Oklahoma State football, but he came with a question for the market prepared, and we steered it in that direction anyway.
We will get to the catcher conversation.
All right.
Just wanted to share I read all the chats that come in,
Freaking Hunter Goodman.
All right, gentlemen, another food item for us tonight. Domino's Pizza introducing a new garlic and herb ice cream. The tastiest treat of the summer, they're calling it. Are we in or out on Domino's Pizza
Out.
doing a garlic and herb ice cream?
I only want garlic on my pizza.
Gross.
I only want
disgusting.
I want garlic on pizza, and I want garlic on my shrimp. Yeah, I don't know if you ever do
garlic shrimp.
Garlic shrimp.
Mm-hmm. I like doing like hots you put on a sandwich.
Yeah,
I throw a little bit of that in the pan with some butter and garlic. Pour that over some shrimp. Delicious.
And then do you have a rice maker?
Oh yeah, with some white rice.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That is a lunch right there. It's like 400 calories. You get 45 to 50 grams of protein.
So
it's great.
If you put it in a Tupperware container, it congeals.
Yeah.
And then when you heat it up,
but not in a bad way. Yeah, it becomes one. I'm a big slot bowl guy. I told Joe I went to Chipotle before I came here. Anything that you can put on rice and mix up together into a bowl, I'm in.
True.
All in.
You know what I do every once in a while is I'll make a over easy egg and I'll pop it right on a thing of rice and let that yolk spread, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm in on that. Not the garlic ice cream.
Out on the garlic ice cream? Out. You know what Domino's does make, though? Have you ever had that brownie cookie?
The molten lava cake? Is that what you're talking about?
And the brownie cookies.
Never had the brownie cookies.
Oh, the brownie cookie. Ooh, you know who had a really good one of those? Chili's.
Oh, the cookie, is it Cookie Skillet? Is that what you're talking about? Because they got that, too.
Yeah.
I used to work at a Great American Cookie when I lived in Texas, and we had the brookie. It was a brownie cookie. It was delightful. It was fantastic.
Have you ever been to Sylvan Street Grill?
Yeah. I'm from Salem. I'm right down the road, Joe.
Well, they have a brickle pie. Have you ever had the brickle pie?
No, I haven't.
It's a staple of the night show.
I could get into that. I'm a big chicken parm sandwich from the Sylvan Street Grill.
The next event that I do there, Keegan, I'll invite you.
Thank
How
you.
about that?
That and a Down East, I'm having a great night.
I love Down East. Love the friends. I'm good friends with the owners over there.
That's Sylvan Street?
No, Down
East
Cider. What happened, though, was I gave up sugar. They didn't see me as much. I know. I gave it up, but
hook me up.
Yeah, I know. I got a guy.
I just need a phone number.
I got a guy.
That's all I need.
Have you been over there in East Boston?
No, we've wanted to go for a while because
go.
me and the old lady both like it.
Gotta go.
All right.
And then when you go, I'll see who's working there.
Okay.
Because a lot of turnover over the years.
I'll text you when I'm there.
Okay. Next.
All right, gentlemen, we've mentioned one of Joe Murray's guys in Bailey Zappi earlier in the show. We have to mention Joe Murray's other guy. That would be Wes Welker. Wes Welker making the change with the Commanders from the wide receivers coach to the tight ends coach. Are we in or out on tight ends coach Wes Welker?
In.
In.
He can do whatever he wants.
you talk about a guy, right? Like a lot of physical skills, short area quickness, great hands, all that stuff. That guy built himself into a great wide receiver. Those are the guys I want coaching. And you can coach anybody. If he went and coached linebackers, I think he'd do a fine job. I'm all in. And they've got a good group out there in Washington. They drafted Ben Sinnott, a guy who I love. I think it's ready for a breakout, year 3 for him. So give me all the Wes Welker tight end stock.
And they got Okongwu, right? Chig
Okonkwo, that's right.
Okonkwo. Sorry, I sometimes don't know. Wow.
Got a trade. Got a baseball trade.
We have a baseball trade?
Not a Red Sox trade.
Do we need a breaking news sounder or anything?
No. The Rangers are acquiring right-handed reliever Chase Silseth and catcher Logan O'Hoppe from the Los Angeles Angels. But trades are happening, folks.
It's happening. Get with it or get lost, right, Joe?
So a catcher is off the market, is what you're telling me?
A catcher is off a bad catcher, but a catcher nonetheless.
An Angels catcher.
Right? You know, like he played for the Angels. I've been getting yelled at on TikTok for like 6 days because I had to take that
Mike Trout take?
Mike Trout's a loser. He's just a loser, and it's not necessarily for a lack of trying. It's just for a lack of caring and making the move to get out of the biggest hellscape in Major League Baseball, which is Los Angeles.
I think less of Mike Trout if he never leaves.
Agreed.
Like the fact that you want to stay there. I don't care how nice it is in LA. That team is putrid.
Philadelphia, which is a fan base and a team that genuinely cares about winning, has been begging for, and they would pay the price. They want him there. He's the hometown guy, and he refuses. And he hides behind the idea that it's out of loyalty to the team that drafted him and the team that he spent so many years with. But it's really because he doesn't really care and he doesn't want the pressure, so he just sits there and does nothing. He plays 87 games a year. He puts up decent numbers, and people try to tell me that he's one of the greatest of all time. He's a loser.
I agree. Next.
All right, gentlemen, we'll head to the PGA Tour for this next one. Quiet, Please will be a new feature on the PGA Tour Live viewing sections here this week. The PGA Tour Live will introduce a new announcer-free stream, Quiet Please, leaning into player-caddy conversations, crowd reactions, and natural course audio. Are we in or out on a feed with no announcers for the PGA Tour?
In. I typically watch golf without the sound on anyway. Not to brag, 2-TV guy. I got 2 TVs.
Really?
They're right next to each other. I'm a child of the late 90s. I need screens in front of me. Sorry about it. But left TV is what I'm primarily watching, and if nothing else is on, it's golf. The only one I watch with the sound on anyway is the Masters, but I'd like a little background noise if I'm doing something on the computer or my phone. Little birds chirping, caddies talking, going 9-iron, going wedge. What are you going?
I will tell you this. There's nothing better to nap to than golf and tennis.
The U.S. Open. The U.S. Open nap is a top 10 nap, for sure.
Fantastic nap. But I'm in on that, Skaz. You know why? Because I don't need anyone to tell me about a shot. I can just watch it.
I'm in. Big in there. Let's hear the caddies and the players bitching at each other, too. Why not?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when we got, what was it, Bryson a couple weeks ago? Crying about cheating and
high stepping in the tall grass over there.
That. I need that live. And I don't want the videos after the fact. I want to hear it as it's happening.
All right, gentlemen, let's end with this one tonight since it is food-related and Boston-related. Panera Bread have announced they're moving their headquarters to Boston. Joe Murray, are you in or out on Panera to Boston?
In. My original take was, does Jason Tatum have something to do with this?
Why?
Well, the St. Louis Bread Company is Panera. That is their real name.
They're moving
I did not know
St.
that.
Louis to Boston.
Oh.
I mean, I'll give him credit, Joe. Why not? Other people are going to, take shots at him for being a bad dad. I'll give him credit for Panera.
Bad dad, good businessman, Jason Tatum. Who among us
Hey,
hasn't
doesn't mine at least make more sense?
Yes.
Like,
I would say the Panera to Boston train of thought makes more sense than the Tatum to bad dad train of thought.
Joe, you connected dots that were there. Maybe some others connected dots that just weren't even there.
And you went to the Chipotle across the street?
Yeah, right across the street. There's a Panera right there.
Panera right there. Great guys. You know what they do? When I walk in, they tell me to grab a cup and just help myself.
Oh, beautiful. Love that. That's what I
don't know if you should be advertising that.
You remember when they had the electric lemonades that were like giving
you
people
couldn't.
heart
Those were like the
attacks?
Four Locos of lemonades.
Yeah, they were unbelievable. And I've got a caffeine intolerance. I can't do caffeine. It makes me freak out. I break out in hives. I'm a weirdo. I drank one of those thinking it was just going to be a delicious lemonade, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It was unreal. And I don't say that to say it was too much. I say that to say if you're looking for a caffeine hookup, that was the one for you. You needed to go to Panera.
Sometimes Panera tastes like hospital food, but damn, they got a great chicken noodle soup.
I think all the soups are pretty decent. The broccoli cheddar has always been a go-to. And the bread bowl? Come on.
Yeah, I guess I got to give it more credit than it should, but
can't do the bread bowls anymore.
You know what? Now that Jaylen Brown's he's out of town, and I don't know how much he's doing around here. Maybe Jason Tatum's saying, "Hey, all you St. Louis people,
philanthropy,
come with me." We'll start with Panera.
What if St. Louis hits its own Great Depression because Jason Tatum just rips all the businesses out and brings them to Boston?
We have a lot of Anheuser-Busch's out here too.
It's true.
St. Louis, right?
St. Louis kind of sucks anyway, too. No offense to St. Louis. There's nothing there. It's like the Cardinals, and that's it. That's all they got. The Blues.
Is that it, Skaz?
That will wrap up a Wednesday night edition of In or Out.
I threw one in there.
Oh, yes. I forgot about this. A gentleman may have stepped away earlier today. Is that the one you're talking about? From the Saints?
Yes.
Okay.
In or out on Taysom Hill to the Patriots?
Out.
I love a gadget.
What is your fascination with Taysom Hill?
I think I used to bet on.
It's the damn Tom Tupa thing again. It's anybody that plays quarterback that isn't
double
a quarterback.
Position guys. Yeah.
It is.
That's exactly what it is.
I told you I had 25 minutes of Tom Tupa. Remember Tom Tupa?
25 minutes is light.
25 minutes.
Light. I'm saying 45.
Tom Tupa was cool because it was a punter. It wasn't like.
Well, he's a quarterback at Ohio State.
Right.
And
I'm an Ohio State guy.
No,
he was terrible.
I know, but Belichick is the one who.
Belichick saw a guy who can maybe.
Well, Parcells, I should say.
Sure. Maybe do two things and not even all that well because he wasn't that good of a punter early on. It took him a long time. He can do two things for the price of one. I'm in. Those guys were always looking for
the reason why this got brought up was because of Adam Vinatieri. I brought up who is this holder the most. And I said McAfee. It was.
Yeah.
But then I said Tom Tupa.
Rigoberto Sanchez. He's up there.
Who was it again? I think it was Ken Walter was third.
Yeah, because he was around for a while, right?
Yeah.
Was Tupa second? That he couldn't have been. He wasn't around long.
I'm pulling up the list right now. It was Pat McAfee, the longest. Tom Tupa from 96 to 98.
Wow.
Rigoberto Sanchez for 2 years.
Wow. Nice. Good pull by me.
Hunter Smith did it before McAfee on
Hunter
the Colts.
Smith, bad guy.
Josh Miller and Ken Walter. Ken Walter did it from 01 to 03. That was his longest tenure on the Patriots.
Still can't believe nobody from the Patriots is inducting him.
I can't. He's a Colt, man. I know it sucks. I know it's terrible. 14 years in Indy. It's a long time.
Yeah, I talked to Carlton Fisk last year after I told him that all the teams he was on were losers, and he actually agreed with me. I thought he was going to punch me in the face first. But
I think Carlton Fisk still packs a hell of a punch.
He's in such fantastic
I bet you his hands are the size of your head. They're probably huge.
But I brought up that, hey, did you know you played for the White Sox longer than the Red Sox? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, you know who else did that? He goes, Vinatieri. I went,
well,
and at least
Vinatieri won something.
Vinatieri's not in the Patriots Hall of Fame. But
not yet.
Going into the not yet.
That was our first argument we ever had, Joe. The first argument me and you ever had. I said, yeah, Gronk deserves to get in before him. He's the greatest tight end of all time, and I know your thoughts.
Greatest kicker of all time. I can't believe it.
Not as valuable as a tight end.
I'm very upset about that. Taysom Hill, yes, played at BYU. I had a BYU thing. I bet on.
I couldn't have less of a BYU thing. I hate that.
So, dude, the two teams I bet on the most were Coastal Carolina football with Grayson McCall. Skaz knows because he had a buddy who went to Coastal Carolina.
They beat BYU. Remember when they beat BYU? Joe, I was
Zach Wilson.
I was never more vindicated than when Zach Wilson sucked in the NFL.
Ball was on the goal line though.
Oh yeah.
He's got to throw it into the end zone.
Got to.
And then I convinced Fred.
What a loser that kid.
Who was the quarterback again from BYU there?
Zach Wilson.
Number 2 overall. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
I convinced Fred Dutcher that Zach Wilson was going to be a great quarterback.
Because he's a
Jets. I was right that he was going to go number 2 overall.
Not that he was
I just was wrong that he was going to be good.
That's my
So
claim
are the
to
Jets.
That guy.
He's back with the Jets?
No, I said so are the Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
They were wrong,
but, dude,
too.
anybody on the Jets is going to suck.
I think
Geno Smith's going to suck again this year.
He's the third-string quarterback in New Orleans right now. Zach Wilson. 5 years after being the number 2 overall pick.
So good that Taysom Hill had to go somewhere else. The Patriots should give him a look.
He's like 37.
Don't care.
With no knees. He did a mission. He's like 82 years
you have
old.
Drake May anyways at the goal
They
line.
got your guy Tommy DeVito, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Your guy Tommy's going to be out of a
Don't
job.
get him started, Scott.
It's my buddy over at Mr. Sid. We're trying to get Sean Stiletto to come in and bring some cannolis so we can have some fun.
Strong we there, but yes.
Okay.
Keep my opinions to myself.
All right, let's put some bets in. I took Patrick Sandoval over 4.5 strikeouts. I took Wilson Contreras to have a walk. What do you got? You got anything tonight, Keegan?
Yeah, I have Jarren Duran stolen base, and it hurts me to say because
He's out of the lineup.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
We didn't have the lineup when we gave our bets earlier, so scratch that. I'm out on that. I mean, just generally speaking, I think this is a good bounce back spot for him. So
Over, under 11 runs.
under.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, there's your Bally's pick of the night. Presented by Bally's in Lincoln.
That easy, huh?
It's as easy as that. Bally's in Lincoln, Rhode Island. You know what? Let's do it. Under 11 tonight. Let's do that, catchers, what the Red Sox are going to do, and anything else Keegan wants to talk about before we kiss him goodbye.
No.
Unless you have to leave now. But,
No.
Okay, you can stay.
I'm getting pictures of a fat cat. There's nothing happening
cat?
in my life. Yeah, I got a fat cat.
Like a Don Gato fat cat?
Yeah, big fat cat.
There was a restaurant called Fat Cat in Quincy that made the greatest bowl of...
No way,
Yeah,
huh?
dude.
I was there like 3 weeks ago.
Dude, I used to do Purple, Shamrock, Hennessy. What was the one next?
O'Brien? No.
Well, it used to be the Rack, but then it was Hard Rock. Man, I can't say those names like a normal person. I always drop the Boston accent. Yeah, Hard Rock, Purple Shamrock, Hennessy 8-Ball? No.
You're talking about the one down by Faneuil
Right across
Hall,
from
right?
Faneuil Hall.
Oh, White Bull?
Next to Hennessy on the right. Not Purple Shamrock.
I've got Alma Cantina and the White Bull Tavern.
Oh, it's probably White Bull, but it's something else.
Those are new, yeah.
I don't know them. Anyways. All right, we'll hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Zone.
More Joe Murray.
I mean, what was it, Lee from Oklahoma? He mentioned Hunter Goodman. That's the guy if you're going to take a swing. Shout out to Lee, Oklahoma State's finest. If you're going to take a swing at catcher, it's Hunter Goodman. He's, of the two that were thought to be available, he's obviously still healthy. Shane Langoliers went down with an injury. He's going to cost you pretty much everything you're willing to give up. I don't think you're going to have to stretch into Peyton Tolley territory, but Franklin Arias, if you're willing to give that guy up for a catcher, it's a hard decision to make. Maybe they're willing to go Marcelo Meyer and one of your young, recently drafted pitchers, something like that. But he's a middle-of-the-order bat. He's not a below-average defender, which if you get a middle-of-the-order bat that plays catcher, most of the time they're a below-average defender. So that's the guy for me, but there are a ton out there. We talked about it earlier today on Boston Center, the chat. Ryan Jeffers is out there. There are a couple other names. Logan O'Hoppe obviously went a little bit earlier. The problem with the Red Sox is they have two backup catchers fighting for playing time. And defensively, they've been fine. I wouldn't say either one of them has been good. Carlos Narvaez is one of the worst catchers in baseball when it comes to the ABS challenge system. Framing doesn't really matter anymore, so that takes away a lot of his value. He can throw guys out, that's great. Connor Wong has a good relationship with the pitchers, that's awesome. Neither one of them can hit their weight. So at this point, it doesn't really matter. I think that's a long-term need for sure. I would like to see them address it. I just wonder if they're willing to do that right now.
Who is the young catcher is it Gerardo Rodriguez that they like? I'm trying to remember. There's like some kid that's been rising in I'm looking at Sox prospects right
That's
now.
right. It's he might be a little bit further down the list because he's so young.
And they got a Luke Heyman as another kid.
Yeah, it would. If I heard the name, I would remember it. But they've got a young catcher. I think he's 18 or 19 years old. That's rising through the system. It's been a long time since they've had one coming up. But we talk about guys that are outside the system right now that you might want to trade for. Would Adley Rutschman, would the Baltimore Orioles be willing to trade a guy like that to a division rival? I don't know, but there are so many catchers in their 20s that are on the precipice of getting paid that you can target. Unfortunately, I just don't think the Red Sox are in the business of paying people, and that's kind of what sucks. I think they're okay finding your Connor Wongs every 6 years, run a guy out of arbitration years, go find another one. I think they're cool doing that. That sucks. I'm not a fan of that business model, but if they're not going to pay a star shortstop, they chose to move on from Xander Bogaerts a year early and sign Trevor Story to what ended up being a lesser contract, they're not going to be willing to pay money to a catcher. That's just not the business that they're in right now. So you have to be able to either swing a trade for a young catcher who's under team control or just be okay finding someone off the scrap heap. That's how they're doing business right now.
What else you got, Keegan? What's your hottest take right now? Could be about anything at all, any sport. Do you want to sound off on anything? What do you want to get off your chest right now?
I gave you my Mike Trout take. Loser, bum. People calling him one of the greats in the history of the sport are lying to themselves because the greats in the history of that sport cared about winning, and he doesn't. That's the big one for me. But I'm sure as Patriots training camp moves along, I'm going to have plenty of more. Because the Gabe Akis situation, I'm still down on. I know you think pass rusher, he'll be fine. Just get him out on the field. I worry about his fit. I worry about depth at tight end and linebacker. Those are oft-injured positions that the Patriots have no depth at. So for a team that I think is good enough to compete for a Super Bowl in terms of overall talent, the depth at some of those big spots, some spots that guys get hurt, bumps and bruises, they miss games. It's not there, and it needs to be there.
All right. I got something for you, both of you and Skaz. Skaz and I at least did not love the hire of Mike Vrabel, not because Mike Vrabel's not a good coach. We wanted Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Which I thought would have worked, right? He worked with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, maybe.
And I was out on Josh McDaniels coming back.
I know that to be true about you.
That I'm out. The Athletic asked other defensive coordinators around the league who the toughest offensive coordinators are to game plan for. Not sure if you guys have seen this.
I saw where Josh McDaniels
did. You? So Skaz, have you seen this?
No, I have not.
Now, some of the guys in here are head coaches that are just considered offensive coordinators.
Right, play callers.
But would you say that Josh McDaniels is in the top 5?
No.
Is that what you said? No?
I mean, would I say
Yeah.
no?
Okay. What about top 10?
I mean, he probably should be. I wouldn't have him in my top 10, but...
Well, I'll give you the top 10 then.
Please.
And just let me just say that I do think that Josh McDaniels was very good.
I mean, pedigree-wise, but let's call it what it is.
He was
whose list is this, Joe? Just so I know.
The Athletic.
Athletic.
The people who voted on it were defensive coordinators.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So it's it was written by Ted Nguyen, but these were actual defensive coaches. So number 10, Mike McDaniel of the Chargers. His highest ranking of other coaches was 5. His lowest ranking, well, they're not there. Number 9, Clint Kubiak of the Raiders.
So 2 guys who were in their first year at their stop.
Number 8, Josh McDaniels. Highest ranking, someone said he was the best.
That is interesting.
Yep. I feel like Josh, and it's the Bill Belichick influence, said someone. He calls the game to win the game. He doesn't necessarily call the game to have the best offense. I give him a lot of credit for that.
Wilson Contreras just walked, by the way.
Cash, baby. Show me the money. What else did they say? He has the patience and diligence to keep attacking your weaknesses until you get it corrected. One AFC defensive coordinator said. He's able to do it with whoever he has. Tom Brady, Mac Jones, and now May.
Not Cam Newton. Left that one out.
I didn't see Cam Newton on there. 7, Shane Steichen of the Colts. Listed as high as 4.
That's insane.
Number 6, Andy Reid of the Chiefs, ranked as high as 3. 5 was Liam Cohen Duval, highest ranked 3. Number 4 was Matt LaFleur. Packers, his highest rank was 3.
Not Mike.
Matt.
Okay.
And number 3 was Ben Johnson. His highest rank was number 1.
Wow.
Some people had him as number 1. Last year's ranking was number 3. And Sean McVay, last year's ranking number 2, this year number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, Kyle Shanahan, accident man.
That annoys me.
Highest ranking 1, last year's ranking number 1.
Yeah.
Do we agree that Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay are the 2 best in the league?
No. Sean McVay's the best in the league. I think it's fair to say. I also think Ben Johnson deserves to be top 3. I would slide old Kyle Shanahan back a few spots. But top 3, maybe not necessarily in that order, but top 3, yeah. I mean, these guys got scoring 28 points a game for the last several years. They know what they're doing.
I would say this. If I took the coaches out of this list, I'd say that Josh McDaniels is a top 5 offensive coordinator. Is that fair?
So just looking at offenses and not the names of the coaches?
Take McVay, Johnson, and
Shanahan.
Shanahan out of it, right? LaFleur's ahead. You know what I mean? Like, the only real offensive coordinator on this list is Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the era of the NFL we're in right now, though, where a lot of the guys who are considered the best get head coaching jobs and they hold on to the responsibility. Like a guy like Shane Steichen, great offensive coordinator, but he's a bad head coach, or he's not a good head coach necessarily. So does that take away? Can he still get respect from defensive coordinators for his play calling abilities, but also maybe not so much for his head coaching abilities? Maybe that's where I'm at with Shanahan, where I don't know if I could separate the two. The horrible game manager versus the great offensive coordinator. I don't know if I can see a difference there.
Maybe that's what's best for Josh McDaniels, is just being an offensive coordinator.
Maybe that's why so many people think he's bad at his job.
Do you think he sucked in the Super Bowl?
No, not at all.
Josh McDaniels?
Yeah, no, they got out-coached for sure, like no doubt about it, but the play calling, I think, was fine.
No, see, I disagree.
Do you?
I feel as though I was wondering what the hell they were doing sometimes. But can I blame them when they were outcoached? I'll give them the benefit.
They
of the
were
doubt.
so outcoached from Seattle's offense to New England's defense, that side of the ball, that it didn't matter what Josh McDaniels did. And I do think that played a role into how he called that game because he was trying to lengthen possession. So you talk about running the ball up the middle with Travion Henderson and throwing screens. He had to because they had to hold on to the ball and they just couldn't do it.
All right, Keegan, when are you back on Nesson's Boston's Enter the Chat?
Friday. I'll be with you on Friday.
I will be there Friday.
Yeah.
And you can watch every day at what time?
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
On Nesson.
On Nesson.
On YouTube at Boston's Enter the Chat. And somewhere on the internet. I don't know exactly
sometimes,
where.
Like 15% of the time. Yeah, we're somewhere on the internet.
We are. And we believe in pedicures.
We do, yeah. We're going to get one. I was promised a free pedicure on the show, and if I don't get it, I'm going to riot. So we'll see.
You know what?
I'll flip a couch.
Sometimes getting anything for free at work.
Pulling teeth.
Is, not even that. It's just anything for free but pizza. You know what?
Yeah, I don't want your free pizza.
Before I was a radio guy, I worked in the automotive business.
Okay.
And on snow days, we had to be outside moving
Shoveling.
snow. It was horrific. But you know what they would do instead of paying us?
Pizza.
Free pizza. And I was insulted.
You know what who they give free pizza to? 6-year-olds. First grade classes. That's who gets pizza.
Like the ones Jason Tatum was talking to?
That's right. Free pizza and bad advice.
Yeah. How do you feel about the smartest guys in the room? Do you like to listen to
I love it. I mean, let's call it what it is. Jaylen Brown's an a-hole. He's just not fun to be around. I think Jaylen Brown and LeBron James are my two favorite players to watch in the NBA. On the court, I love everything they do. I love both of their styles of play. They're great. Off the court, shoot me. I don't want to hear them talk. I don't want to watch them do what they're doing. I hate everything that they bring to the table. The philanthropy stuff's great, but I'm talking straight personality-wise. Couldn't think of two guys I'd want to hang out with less, Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. So have fun in Philly, guys.
People in our chat say, bye, Keegan. Enjoy you both on Nesson.
Thank you so much.
Can I share something quickly? Did you hear about the wing eating competition?
I did.
At the Brook Casino.
I never got the update on that.
So Joey Chestnut and this guy from Australia tied for the most wings.
Oh.
They weighed the bones, and Joey Chestnut lost.
Wow.
So he wasn't.
He didn't eat enough off the bone.
Yep. One of the competitors
and these are saugus wings, right?
Yeah, because it's a little thicker of a sauce.
Right.
Which was when I gave the analysis before the event. That was my takeaway. It's a thicker sauce.
Thick sauce.
And an Australian one. But one of the contestants, the Be a Man guy who I referenced earlier,
right,
lost his tooth
in a chicken wing.
Did you hear, Skaz? Do you know the story yet?
No.
All right, so this is the first time you guys are hearing about
this.
All right.
Be a man, swallow your tooth. Is that where this is going?
Hang on. If you ever Googled Joe Murray, someone sent this to me, so I don't Google myself, but
you should.
Someone sent to me that on Reddit, there are people who don't like that I always talk about poop.
Okay.
I feel like it's okay to talk about poop. I pooped my pants once when I was 25.
Once?
Well, once that's worth talking about on the radio.
It would be amazing if your first time was at 25.
No, it was backed up for 5 days.
Ooh.
Like, dude, I couldn't poop. And I'll make the story short, but I ate some Boston Chinese food.
There you go.
The combination play from Dragon Chef and Rosendale.
Sure.
I went to my buddy's house, played video games, and I got the rumble and the tumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, can I use your bathroom? When I went upstairs, his mom was there, and I can't go there.
That'll do it.
So I was like, I got to go home. So as I'm going home, I'm going up Beach Street, going down the hill where Pleasant Cafe.
Were you walking or driving?
Driving.
Okay.
And let it all. It just oozed out.
Happens.
It was actually very amazing because it was hard for so long. I don't know where I'm going with. Oh, anyways, I talk about poop a lot. Yeah. And we do poop stories a lot. The Be a Man guy lost his tooth during the wing eating competition because he swallowed it.
You were on the right tracks, guys.
And when I saw him, I go, dude, what are you going to do about your tooth? And he goes, I'll get it back.
Mm-hmm.
So he texted that he saw you, was watching you from, I forget where it was again. Where was he watching us from? A gym. He's at the gym.
Good for him.
And,
Keep it tight.
I asked him, dude, did you ever get your tooth back? And he goes, yes, the next day. And he put the little poop emoji.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Imagine losing your tooth and crapping it out and putting it back in your mouth.
No, you can't put it back in your mouth. You don't
Be
have
a
a tooth
man.
now. No, you don't have
This
a tooth.
guy's the be a man guy.
Be a man. Don't have a tooth. Lose your tooth and leave it. Be a man.
I think if I swallowed my tooth, it's gone.
Yeah. No,
what's the sifting process? That's what I want to know.
Do you have to pull it fully out of the toilet? And
I mean, if your body's not breaking down corn, I think it's not breaking down a tooth.
No, it can't
I
break
think,
down a tooth.
Remember Jurassic Park, the big dump?
Of course.
Jeff Goldblum.
It's got the papers in there.
And the phone.
The phone, yeah.
Got to make a call.
By the way, I've been known to kill people, meaning...
Clip it.
I'm sorry?
Meaning when we talk about somebody on the air, they die.
I've been worried about Clint Eastwood the past 24 hours.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood was one.
He's getting up there. Well, People Magazine killed Betty White. I don't know if you remember that. But
I have numerous copies of that at my house.
yeah, like 8 months before her 100th birthday, they were like, we're celebrating Betty's 100th.
It was like
Dead.
2 weeks, I think. Yeah.
No, she died right before her 100th birthday.
Saw the notification she died, drove to Walmart, bought a couple of those, like Time magazines
Collector's
or
item.
whatever. Yeah, just with her face. Betty hits 100 on the cover.
Did you ever hear about the Peebo Bryson night? It was recently.
No.
Jay, the Peebo Bryson night. It struck us all down. I mean, it was.
Well, I was trying to tell Riley and Street Team Joe about Aladdin. You ever see the movie Aladdin?
Yeah.
You know the song, I Can Show You the World? That's Peebo Bryson.
Shout out
Sang
Robin
the song
Williams.
all night. Literally the next day before the show starts, he's dead. I'm the Reaper, bro. So then I'm with Beetle.
I don't like that I'm on the show right now. I feel like that's not good news.
I was
for
with
me.
Beetle about 2 weeks ago. And
Is he okay?
we did a this or that. Jaws, if you can only watch one, Jaws or Jurassic Park, what is it? Well, we talked a lot about Jurassic Park and what happened. Sam Neill died.
Mm.
And so I'm just worried about people right now.
All right, how many we talking? Like 2 for 2? Because they come in threes, Joe.
I'd say like 6 for 10.
Oh, jeez. That's
the one. Remember, was it the Beach Boys guy that got out of the fire and survived?
batting 600.
We've had a couple, Joe.
The Beach Boys are coming to the Big E in September, so I don't know if you guys are busy, but they're old West Springfield.
We didn't do the YMCA group.
No, that
Village
one's not
people.
on
Village
us.
people.
Yeah.
He died. Not no blood on
I
my
did
hands.
like that they wore the costumes to the funeral. I feel like that's
I didn't know that.
That's a nice touch.
It's like if a Wiggle dies, they gotta wear the Wiggle
some
costume.
fruit salad there. Yeah.
Before we let
Aphids
you
and bananas?
before we let you go, Keegan, will Jarren Duran be on the Red Sox when the trade deadline ends next Monday?
I sure hope not. I mean, we talk often about Jarren Duran, and you know my feelings, and I've said it on these very airways. I think the Red Sox are a worse organization for having Jarren Duran there. I think he sets a bad example. I think he's got a piss-poor attitude. I don't think he's as good of a player as he showed in his All-Star season. But at this point, with where this team is at and how well he's played, I thought, all right, you've suffered through the worst of it. Ride out the positive month, because he's got to have a good month at least, and he hasn't had it yet, so take full advantage of the one that's coming. He's been good over his last 6 games. So I think in terms of baseball mind, if you're putting me in the GM chair, he's your left fielder until Roman Anthony comes back. Long-term health of the organization, get him out. You got to get him out. So I'm happy either way. Either you get a good month from Jarren Duran, and I strongly believe that he will have a good month, or you get a clubhouse wrecking ball out of there and reset this thing, because he's a nightmare to deal with. So get him out. Send him to San Diego. They've wanted him for years. Get out of the Jarren Duran business.
Drew Messmaker will be the quarterback at Oklahoma State this year. He's transferring from North Texas. And why did it pop up on my Instagram?
The feds. The feds are watching.
Do you think they're listening?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's somebody.
Why would that guy pop up on my phone?
There's somebody that works at the Federal Bureau of Investigation that has to listen to the show for their job. You know what I mean? Like, they got to have the airwaves on. They got to know what we're doing. Or at least the FCC. They're funneling information.
And the Be a Man guy can crap out his tooth and put it back in.
Did he put it back in? You got to ask that question.
Well, this is what he wrote. I hope I can be clear on this. Don't clean it and put it back in. Bam, Be a Man. I used my cat's litter box.
That's what he said?
Yeah. He must be listening.
This guy. That's being a man. If there, I couldn't think of something more manly than crapping your tooth out.
Have you ever swallowed something and pooped it out?
No. Well, like food, but like nothing that you could see visible. Corn. That's it. I've been lucky. Not too many. No accidents.
I've been lucky.
No accidents as an adult. I did drop my phone into a toilet after I had gone to the bathroom.
You never got caught in a porta potty or anything like that?
No.
Did you see that story last week?
Yeah.
How do you get under there?
That is quite literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. If you guys don't know at home, inside the porta potty, all the blue, he was living in the blue. He lived in the blue. He became the blue.
Just so you know.
He blew himself.
Before you said the feds, our chat said the feds are listening.
We're on the same page. Me and the chat go way back. We're on the same page. It's the feds.
The 148 people that are watching tonight got to see Keagan Stiefel. Everybody follow him where again?
On Twitter, on TikTok, at Keagan Stiefel, KeaganStiefel. I'm going to enter the chat. As soon as I walk out of here, I'm going to type it all in there for him.
There you go.
Thanks for having me, guys.
He's Keagan Stiefel. We're gonna do the music next.
I feel like we already did it.
I know. Why even bother? There are some things, though, we got to wrap up with here on the show. Riley's here. Live free or Rye? I don't know. Maybe we'll hear about her story. She went to go see her boyfriend in Seattle.
Seattle?
She went and visited her mans.
Good for you. Is he from here or is he from Seattle? Sorry, I just invited myself back to the show. Where is he from, Scouts?
He's from the Seattle area. They met in college.
Wow. Shout out to Elon, bringing young kids together. Love.
More
of a Hinge guy myself.
Don't even know how to relate to 19-year-olds or 20-year-olds anymore. But you know what? Riley's cool. So we'll have her on next. Bye, Keagan. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye, Joe. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, we'll hit the, this hour of the Sports Hub, we got to pay the bills, has been brought to you by Valvolinas and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off an extra round through oil change at Valvolinas and Oil Change. Be a Man guy saved his tooth. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends over at Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. I'm Joe Murray.
Listen to it. Laugh at it. Get mad at it. Agree with it. Argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5. The Sports Hub.
What do you think? You think we get 12 people in a suite for the night?
I mean, I'd love that, Joe. I mean, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm going to say yes, but I don't know how much power I have over that situation.
I will tell you this. I was in sales my whole life. I am never afraid to ask. I will tell you that.
Certainly not. We did it this week, Joe.
That's right. That's right. I am never afraid to just say, hey, listen.
Shout out Naterno Home Services who came.
Oh, yeah. They came by today?
They did. I mean, I paid for it, but yes, they did come by and fix the AC today.
Do you think you got a break?
No, I don't. I don't think so. But they showed up a very timely manner, very professional. So
did they know
you
were James Scaramuzino from 98.5 The Sports Hub?
No, of course not.
We
Joe.
tried. I mean, we did.
You did try, which I appreciate. But yeah, no, yeah. But it works. The AC is back. I will sleep comfortably tonight, and that's all that matters. Worth a shot.
Can we get... Maybe we could do a 98.5 Nesson crossover of, the chat people with the night show people. Because I think we could all hang out. I think they've all been here.
It's a very pro-Revs group, I would say, in general.
Now, the only fellow we haven't had is Travis. But Travis has a radio show with our competitor. So, unfortunately... But he could come. He's more than welcome to hang out with us. But that's why he hasn't been on the show. But I would say like 4 or 5 of us, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 McCarthy, right? Yeah, so maybe like 12 people. A couple interns in there maybe. And we watch the game together. And then after the game, we eat pancakes.
What about like a halftime pancake eating contest, like with the fans, Joe?
I'm going to call Sarge.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Murray down there at the 50-yard line eating some pancakes.
Imagine Sarge like calling it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see Joe Murray
like
at the 50.
37,000 people on their feet.
Maybe it's got to be post-game so Peyton Miller can compete in the contest.
That is true.
Did you see our buddy Carlos Heel tonight?
You know what's funny? Seth McCumber of the Blazing Musket, is it?
I believe so, yes.
Taylor Twellman said that Carlos Heel is the top designated player in MLS history. He then got 2 assists in 3 minutes tonight after he posted it. That's some witchcraft. And again, Keegan's from Salem, so whenever there's tomfoolery going on, I call it witchcraft. But where does Carlos Heel rank in terms of New England athletes? And does he deserve pancakes?
Yeah, he deserves pancakes, and he has to be right at the top, Joe. He's an MVP. He's been the MVP of the league he's in. I don't know if any other Boston athletes can boast that right now.
Remember our list? You know what's so funny?
I got crap for putting Carlos Heel on my list.
The Red Sox are playing the Dodgers this week, guys. And remember, it was inspired by the LA athletes having like Shohei and Stafford and Myles Garrett and Mookie Betts and everybody else. LeBron was on there, but Luka, right? Like they have a murderer's row of athletes. More Philly people. Philly baseball, Philly basketball, Philly football. Saquon Barkley.
You say Devonta Smith?
Devontae Smith. It's better than Boston's, right? Who are Boston's top 10 athletes right now?
Jason Tatum is number 1.
Jason Tatum is 1. Drake May?
Gonzo.
Okay, Gonzalez 2. Would you put A.J. Brown 3 because he's been a all-pro? Oh, my God.
I put Pasternak above A.J. Brown.
Let's do this. I got a thought on Pasternak, by the way. Boston athletes, let's go. Ready? We said Tatum, Gonzo,
Carlos Heel.
I'm just gonna go back to Drake May again. Tatum, Gonzo, Drake. I'm gonna put AJ Brown on there at Pasta. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing a Red Sox player?
Crochet, if healthy. Rafaela. I know, but he's been good.
No, you're right. He might
He's
be
top
there.
5 in WAR or whatever,
He
right?
might be there. Is there another Celtic?
Derek White.
Is Paul George on this list?
No.
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 So Tatum.
Yeah. Tatum and maybe Derek White, but even that feels...
And the Patriots will have Gonzo, Drake May, A.J. Brown, Milton Williams?
I think Milton Williams has a real, shot to be on that list.
Okay, I got 6.
You putting Vita Vea on that list?
Not yet, but he will.
McAvoy, McAverage there.
Okay, I'll put McAvoy on there. Fine. Oh, what about Swayman?
I would put Pasta above him.
Well, I have Pasta above.
I'd probably put McAvoy above him too.
Okay, I'm gonna put Swayman on the list. So I have Tatum, Gonzo, Drake May, AJ Brown, Pasternak, Milton Williams, McAvoy, Swayman, and then you have Rafaela and Gill.
Heel,
sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. Now, Garrett Crochet not on the list because he's hurt. And Boston sports sucks.
Put that in the headlines.
Compared to Philly? Who are the best Philly athletes right now, in your opinion? Would you
Saquon is one, right?
Saquon. Maybe Jalen Hurts. I'll just say Jalen Hurts.
I would say he's right up there.
I'll put LeBron on there, fine.
Lane Johnson, Christopher Sanchez is a Cy Young candidate, I believe. Maxey should certainly be up there. Zach Wheeler's a hell of a pitcher.
Schwarber. Bryce Harper.
Did you put Aroldis Chapman on that list?
I didn't.
Would you? I say no. But
He's about to get 400 saves.
He's been a little shaky lately.
It is absolutely amazing that the LA and Philly are better than Boston. Or is it? Oh, is this Missoula thing I threw in Slack tonight? Joe Missoula says winning isn't nearly as fun as people think. Did you hear this?
No, you want to listen to it together, Joe?
Yeah, yes, and again, so this is the first you have come across this as well?
Yes.
It's on the Names with Games. I'm not sure when he was on, but it was posted today. So I don't know when the actual episode happened.
Could be old, for all we know.
But let's hear this, because I always love getting in the mind of Joe Missoula. Let's hear it.
First, like college, I had 2 great coaches. And I started out with Coach Beeline, who was great, and then I went to Coach Huggins, who was phenomenal. And then we just had great teammates. And that year we went to the Final Four. It kind of all came together. But that was when I realized that, winning is not as fun as people think it is. It wasn't an easy year. We were I think we were in top 10 most of the year. I think we finished 31-9 or something like that. But
31-7, yeah.
31-7, but it never felt like that. It felt like we were 500 the whole year.
Yeah.
And that prepared me for kind of where we're at now and the healthier approach to nothing is ever going to be good enough when you have a responsibility to greatness. And so I just remember practices being miserable. It was man, this responsibility to winning goes beyond the joys of winning, and you have to fight for the perspective, but you also have to take on. That was the biggest thing I learned. We lost the game on New Year's Eve to Purdue, and we got smacked, and you would have thought the season was over. And yet I think we were still top 10. And so it was a great balance of learning, what comes with success and how you have to handle that throughout the season. And, we had great guys that were able to just bring us there.
Different take.
I think the headline makes it seem as if he's talking about being a head coach. And that's not what he's talking about when you listen to the clip. He's talking about his time at West Virginia. And I think that's kind of a really good perspective for a head coach to have, that winning is hard. Winning isn't always fun. Doing everything right and winning meaningless games, in the NBA in the middle of January and February can be kind of a slog, but that's what it's all about. So, yeah, I think that was apparently 2 weeks ago from Games with Names is when he was on, but I think it kind of feeds into the mindset of Joe Mazzulla and his championship-only mentality, and everything else is kind of a failure. And that, cliche as it is, that kind of gives you a glimpse into how Bob Huggins and who does he say? I can't think of the other guy's name, not Musselman, but Beeline was there, I think, or something like that he had. So, yeah, I mean, that's elite level college basketball. And, that was kind of the days where a single loss could end your season. We don't really get that anymore with the expanded bracket, but I think that's an interesting perspective that he has, and not as salacious, as maybe the headline made it seem.
Kind of odd, dude. I think, Skaz, you and I were in agreement when they lost to the New York Knicks. It was a potential fireable offense. This year, I felt more like maybe they should have moved on.
Yeah, I would have fired Joe Mazzulla and traded Derek White, Sam Hauser, and Peyton Pritchard before I traded Jaylen Brown, but that's not what happened.
And 5 years ago, that's probably what happens in the NBA, right? Because it is a different game now. And to what you've been consistent on, I haven't caught up to it yet. I've already taken under 51.5 wins, but it's not because I don't think they're going to be good. I just think that they're going to have to manage time this year. And they're going to need some guys to be uncomfortable. Like, I think Ugo Gonzalez are going to expect more from. Jordan Walsh are going to expect more from. I don't know if that makes them good, but they are deep. But the point of listening to that, it makes me think that Game 7 even more. They didn't care. It wasn't about winning. I don't know. I'm really starting to put together your thoughts about they really wanted Jaylen gone, and maybe Mazzulla. I don't want to say power. I'm not going power, but
looking at the wrong guy, Joe.
Maybe we're looking at the wrong guy.
It's Brad Stevens. It's not Joe Mazzulla.
No. I know it's Brad's. I know it's Brad's team. I know that. But there had to be something in between Brad and Joe, right? Because Brad and Joe are on the same page.
I think they're in lockstep.
Yep, but Jaylen wasn't.
Yes, absolutely. I think Brad Stevens and Joe Mazzulla were done with Jaylen Brown before last season even really started.
I think they were going to trade him at the deadline.
That's what we've heard. They tried. But guess what? Nobody wanted him, which I've been trying to tell.
One other take I had today. You can crap on it after I say it.
Please.
It was reported that the Celtics were looked into acquiring LeBron James. Hindsight might tell you they were looking at it as a veteran minimum move like he did with the 76ers. We know that Golden State turned down Jaylen Brown. 4 first-round picks, I think it was. They turned it down. Do you think the Celtics tried to acquire LeBron James at the max money for Jaylen Brown and the Lakers turned it down?
No. I just don't think that trade makes any sense.
Well, here's why I'm bringing it up. It probably doesn't make sense.
You want Luka and Jaylen on the same team?
Well, what I'm thinking is the Paul George deal to the fan base and everyone else, what looks like a bad deal, right? Because it's Paul George and that's all you got. Getting LeBron James for Jaylen Brown is a softer blow to everybody than Paul George, wouldn't you say?
Sure, yeah.
So that's why that was my take. Could be bad, it could be off, but my thinking was, who knows? Maybe there's a 3-way trade. Golden State. I don't know. But acquiring LeBron to hold that 35% would have been more of a passing trade than, let's say, Paul George to the 70s from the 76ers.
And isn't there a very good shot that Paul George is better than LeBron James at this point in his career?
Yeah, I would say, well, I don't know. I guess it's tough. Like, how much is LeBron going to play? But LeBron's always...
How much is Paul George going to play?
Paul George isn't... I don't think he will play a lot, but maybe it is a different year for him. I don't know. Like, maybe he wants to prove to people because it's his last contract, too. But LeBron's at least always been physically available
For the most part.
The last couple of years have been different. And it could have been because of the Lakers, right? Like,
he's also 42 years old.
Yeah, didn't he take time off out of nowhere? He had a heel thing or a foot thing,
something like that. Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna let that one marinate, Skaz. I'm probably wrong. I'll take the L if I'm wrong. But I look at LeBron for Jalen as like they didn't want him anyways. So why don't you just get somebody for him that for a year fans would go along with and maybe believe that they're contenders? Thought that one was interesting. I was going to talk about a guy who brought a chili bowl into the movie theater and was sharing it with others, but we'll save that for... If some guy brought a chili bowl to the movies, Skaz, and he handed it out to you, would you eat it?
No, I'm not eating chili at the movies. Talking about a Dutch oven, Joe. I don't think I want to sit in that movie theater either.
All right, I'm gonna bookmark.
Let that one marinate.
I'm gonna bookmark.
Put that in the air fryer.
We'll get Street Team Joe's thoughts on that.
I'm out on chili at the movies in general.
All right, why don't we break? Let's get back on track. And Riley, I want your top 10 list, and I want to know what happened in Seattle. Was it sleepless in Seattle? Corn. We'll have more coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
highway. Now I'm down in Manchester, next to Adam Sandler, but I'll be Woods forever. I'm the new Salinger, cause I could live anywhere, but I choose to live here, the middle of nowhere. I used to shop in Salem, next to Rockingham Park. Right there up on 28, you'll find Canopy Lake Park. Bring me up to Portsmouth, the saloon at State Street. Catch me up at Gillies after hours for some late eat. It's not the Kangamangus, it's the Kankamongus. It's a scenic byway that I like to drive in August. Now I'm down in Bedford, home of Seth Meyers, yeah. Also Sarah Silverman, we're funny motherfuckers here. We like to say what's up, guy, it's our way to say hi. In February, it is good to know a plow guy. It is shaped like a key, also where I like to ski. Tell by my belt buckle that I'm most definitely from.
Live free or ride.
Hello.
Granted state of mind?
Yep.
You know what's funny? The chorus he goes, cause there is no sales tax.
I mean, that's the best part.
Loudon.
Don't drink and drive here. Listen to what I say. Even though we put our liquor stores right on the highway.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
I heard Kangamangus Highway. I heard Rockingham Park.
Oh, yep. I did an inflatable 5K there when I was like 11.
At Canopy Lake?
No, at Rockingham.
Oh, Rockingham
Park. That's in Salem, right? Where the it's where the old horse derby. Do you know what I'm talking about? They used to have old horse derby racing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Gaz is from Rainham, and Rainham Park was
the Rainham Taunton dog track.
Yes, used to be a dog track.
Oh wow.
It's kind of funny, isn't that funny? There was that Rainham, where Suffolk Downs. Trying to think. Oh, the old Brook Casino.
Like in Seabrook?
Yeah, Seabrook used to be a dog track
Plainridge.
too.
I think
Really?
Plainridge. They used to have races there. I think you could still kind of see the track.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go to the Brook now, the back is huge.
Isn't there an amphitheater back there, like a stage?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah,
oh,
that's
real.
That's where
I thought I was getting rage baited on the internet. Not gonna lie.
No, Riley, that's where the wing eating competition was.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
they
right
should
there.
do more concerts there.
Yeah.
I could literally just walk there and go to a concert. That'd be so great. They don't like advertise it enough because I thought I was actually getting rage baited on TikToks with this video of a giant stage behind the brook. I was like, that's not real.
Guys, you know how I tell you I always go to the gas station when I need a snack? Like, I don't go to the store anymore. I go to like the gas station. There is a phenomenal one before the Brook in Seabrook.
It's oh my god,
and they have food. They have lobster rolls and everything.
Is it like a Naria or like
Hold
a
on.
Seasons or something like that?
Wait, I just got gas there today.
It's next to an Irish pub. I know
Yes.
that. But I stopped to get a couple of Celsiuses before the wing eating competition. But yeah, when I walked in, it was like, get your lobster rolls 2 for $30. I'm like, $30 2 for $30? Anyways.
Wait, I'm looking it up. I should know this because I literally went there today to get gas, and I guess I'm just tweaking. So hold on.
I'll hold.
It says it's nope. That's at Market
I'll find
Basket.
it. Let me ask you a question.
You're better than me.
You went to Seattle.
Yes.
Before we talk about your trip, and
It's a
your
sit-go,
boyfriend.
and it's called O'Brien's General
go,
Store,
O'Brien's
and it's
General.
next to Master McGrath. That's the name
That's
I
what
can
it is.
remember.
Yeah, Master McGrath's
Yeah.
a bar I used to go to in Hyde Park when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Seattle, though.
Seattle. Okay, this is what I care about.
Okay.
Any musical grunge? Did you run into anything? Kurt Cobain, Alice in Chains.
I ran into these weird old guys playing these things that looked like violins, but they weren't violins at all. They were like, had a circle at the end like this, and then a tube that went up. And they played it like right here with like a violin bow, but it wasn't a violin. And I was really confused. I don't know what it is, but that's the only, and I saw like a piano or
But
something.
no Nirvana, no Alice in Chains, no Soundgarden, no Pearl Jam.
There was a whole Bite of Seattle event going on, and there was 2 stages there with music, but I didn't end up going through there.
No
I
Jimi Hendrix.
No, I don't think so. I only was in Seattle for like 5 hours.
What about Seahawks?
Seahawks, yes. The 12th man. I did not know that existed. I got educated
Wait,
on
you
that.
didn't know about the 12th man?
No, I did not. That's so cool. They retired the number for the fans.
It's not cool. They stole it. It's not their original
they
idea.
stole it?
They took it from a college football program and
Oh,
said, "Oh, that's
boo.
kind of cool. Let's us try that." And then they did.
No,
it.
it's a very loud stadium.
That's what I was told.
It's just they stole the 12th
That
man.
stinks. I thought it was
Any Marshawn Lynch stuff?
Nope.
What about Starbucks?
Yes, I went to the original Starbucks. I did not actually go inside because there's like this. It's like you're going to an amusement park, and there's a giant row of like chained fences that you have to wait in line for to go inside the OG Starbucks. So I just got my Starbucks somewhere else and took a photo of it in front of the original one. I LARPed with non-OG Starbucks.
In or out on faking like you went somewhere when you're on vacation, Joe?
I went in front of it. It counts.
So me and my buddy, when we went to Australia, the Sydney Opera House, very famous, all the locals tell you not to go inside. It's not worth it. And a lot of tourists will just go and take a picture in front of it. We did end up going inside.
Oh, wow.
The locals are right. You don't need to go inside.
It's an opera house.
It's just an old building. It's way cooler from the outside.
I may have told you this when I went to Miami, just of all things. It was Labor Day weekend, and or either Memorial or Labor Day, I can't remember. But the local said, dude, don't go to South Beach. And I go, what do you mean?
That's like the place to
They're
be.
like, don't go. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, it's dangerous. Like, what do you mean? Well, while I was on the beach all day, there were helicopters with Rick Ross concert and Birdman and like any Miami
Ricky
rapper.
Rose, Pitbull,
Yeah,
Mr. 305.
Oh my gosh.
But let's just, I didn't know this, but everybody that's from down south literally congregates to Miami.
Yeah, and South Beach.
Party that weekend on South Beach.
Yeah.
It was wild, and no Uber would pick me up.
Wow.
And the locals, again, guess. It's all, if the locals tell you something, it's
you gotta
true.
believe them. Yeah.
So, looked like you were near mountains.
Yeah, I went to Mount Rainier National Park. Biggest mountain I've ever seen. I think it's like 15,000 feet tall. We hiked to about like 7,000, 8,000 feet. And we hiked 10 miles. I think it took us like 6 to 7 hours. I'm not making a 6-7 joke. Calm down. I'm being serious. And it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And it was just so awesome. Like the mountain was so big. I got to touch snow. Got to throw a snowball in July, which was awesome. And because there's snow all over the mountain.
Seattle's near Vancouver, right? So it's
literally directly across from like Maine and New Hampshire. Like if you draw a line on the map.
Yeah. Canada would be.
Yeah, but they don't get as much snow as we do here, which is interesting. I don't understand that. And did you know? I did not know this. It takes you almost 2 hours to drive from the north side of the mountain to the south side of the mountain, because we went to Paradise and Sunrise, which are like the two biggest like hiking places, and it took us like 2 hours in the actual park to drive from one to another. But it was so cool. It was so cool. I highly recommend it if you ever have the chance to go to Washington and go to a national park there. I'm pretty sure there's multiple. There's like the North Cascades, there's the Olympics, there's Mount Rainier. Go to any of them. They're awesome.
Did you do the Space Needle?
I didn't go in it.
But you saw it.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably the same thing with the Sydney Opera House. It's just like going to a top of a building.
Did you do the fish market?
Yes, I saw them throw a fish. We stood there for like 15 minutes waiting.
Did you catch a fish?
So I think that's the thing. I don't think they actually throw it to people. They just threw it around to their buddies.
They're LARPing? They're not actually.
LARPing the fish throwing. Yeah, and I also got to try crab leg for free.
Ooh, nice.
If you just go up to the people who are at the fish place, you can just ask them, hey, can I have a crab leg? And they'll just give you one.
Crab legs are great. Did you like
I never
it?
had one before. Well, I like lobster. Yeah, so I like the crab leg. And I went to the gum wall. Low-key cool, but low-key gross. Like, ooh, I don't understand that.
Did you put any gum on it?
No. That's what my mom said. I should have brought gum. I messed that one up. But it was great. I highly recommend it. I'm trying to think of anything else we did. I got to go to this really cool lake called Rattlesnake Lake. Don't worry, it's not filled with rattlesnakes if that's what you thought. But it used to be a town, and it got flooded. And you can find like remains of the town like in the lake at the bottom of it. And when I tell you, this is the most crystal clear glacier lake I've ever seen in my whole life. Like you can see the bottom like at all points, and it's all like sand.
Wow.
It was so pretty. I could open my eyes underwater. I could see everything. It didn't hurt. And the coolest thing about it is, since it used to be a town, there's stumps everywhere in the water, and they're about like a foot to 2 feet above the water, so it just looks so cool because there's stumps everywhere in the water. I don't know how to explain it to you. You can look it up. But
do you know who Dobby is from Harry Potter?
The Dobby. I think it's Dobby. There you go. Yeah.
Just was wondering if you knew.
Yeah, I know Dobby. He talks like, I'm Dobby. I don't know. Is he an elf? I don't know how to.
Do you hear that, Scott?
Scats, can you do the Dobby voice? I'm Dubby. He's gonna play. I think he's gonna play the noise.
Riley, we're gonna have to go, but you had a great time.
Do you want my top 10?
Joe, can you?
Oh my God! Yeah, we need our top 10. Real
Quick top 10.
Quick,
But before that,
yeah.
who's this hour brought to us by?
Yes, this hour is brought to you by.
Is it Valvoline?
Yes.
It is Val. Okay, give me 1 second here.
Brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people.
What the heck? Where did you pull that from?
That was Street Team Joe last night.
Oh my God, are we being serious right now? Is that why you asked me?
Yeah. What's your top 10? We have to go.
Okay, 1, Gonzo. 2, Jason Tatum. 3, Drake May. 4, Pasta. 5, D. White. 6, Chuck. 7, Sway. 8,